The CHSL Central Division rivalry continues tonight in the 40th meeting all-time between Brother Rice and Orchard Lake St. Mary's from Molesky Field in Orchard Lake. Hello again, everybody. My name is Chad Bush alongside Sam Stick Day. Maggie Mace will be with us shortly. Stick, it's a game against two teams that have been going at it since 1986. It's a rivalry that's caught on much more as of late, but the Eaglets are +4 in the rivalry the last 4 times they played.
Yeah, but when you think of a rivalry, you know what that means? Both teams have to win, right? And I was going down, counting the number on the trophies, 20 wins to 19 wins. St. Mary's in the lead by 1 right now. Brother Rice got a chance tonight to make it even, but they got their hands full with the number 3 team in the state.
Brother Rice needs a win to get in the playoffs one of these next 2 weeks, maybe both weeks. This would be a good time to do it, Stick. A lot of points at stake if they can knock off the Eaglets tonight.
I'm telling you what, if Brother Rice comes in here tonight and knocks off St. Mary's on their home field, that'll be a statement game not only to the rest of the state, but for their program and Aaron Marshall moving forward.
Meanwhile, the Eaglets had to knock down Toledo Central Catholic last week for second place, honors in the Central Division, a big win. They had to come from behind and showed a lot of wherewithal to come back and win that game.
Yeah, when we were talking to Coach throughout the week about how they got dominated in the first half and were able to turn it on in the second half, he partially said, well, it was homecoming week. The guys were distracted all week. At halftime, everything clicked, but we'll see if they can carry that momentum into this game.
All right, beautiful 62-degree night again on this Friday in Orchard Lake. Glad you're with us for Gridiron Game Day. We've got both head coaches. Maggie Mace is on the field report and much more. Thanks for watching. We're The Prep. Back with more after this.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
Chad Bush with head coach Aaron Marshall getting set for St. Mary's and Brother Rice. Congrats on your win last week. You knock off De La Salle and a much-needed win, and you beat a good De La Salle team. I know that record is a bit deceiving. Talk about the win and what it did for your team.
The win was great last week. Gave us, I think, a lot of confidence. Kind of showed the boys what can happen when you prepare the right way, when you execute the right way, and when you stay focused and lock in on what our goals are. And they kind of went out there and did it, played physical, and we got away with the win.
I know you guys like physical football. You've got big, physical, athletic players, something that the run game invites. You got it going last week with Mr. Hill. Talk about that.
Yeah, that was huge for us, right? We all know in football, if you can establish a run, you got something great. So for us, establishing a run opened up. We didn't pass a lot, but it opened up some pass plays that we needed down the stretch because they were able to load those boxes. We were able to air it out a little bit. So, again, the run game for us is always kind of, what we got to set up first to get everything else rolling. So DeAndre Hill is a kid for us who, kind of gets it done between the tackles for us.
You're trying to put your paws on this program. It's just year 2 for you. It's a young program. It's a young team. What's it been like just trying to establish your culture?
Just taking it a day at a time. One thing, about success is we all know is baby steps, right? So with a young team, they got to take it one day at a time. They're young, but they're very good football players, right? But there's no replacement for experience, right? So, again, us showing some, progression towards the latter end of our season, for me, isn't surprising because it takes experience, right? They've been in tough games. I think they ranked as the toughest schedule in Division II in the whole state. So we've played teams that are going to test us. So, again, we've been tested. The young boys have responded, and they're growing up every day.
You got a chance to make the playoffs. This game tonight looms large if you want to meet that goal. What are the playoff possibilities for Brother Rice this year?
I think just that, right? We got to take care of business and kind of handle what we can handle. And the things we can control, we must do. Tonight is a big game for us, obviously, versus number 3 team in the state, right? So, again, they're going to put us to the test, and we got to respond.
All the best, Aaron. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You bet. That's Aaron Marshall, Coach of the Year just a couple years ago when he led his club from Southfield A&T to the state title game. Tonight, trying to upset the Eaglets of Orchard Lake. More to come right after this on Gridiron Game Day. Chad Bush on the field with Germaine Gonzalez, head coach of Orchard Lake St. Mary's, state champs from a year ago. Big win last week. Let's start there. Toledo Central Catholic was your opponent, and you guys knocked them off. You trailed in the game a couple of times. A resilient victory for your Eaglets.
Yes, that's the word we use, resilient. I thought the team, hats off to the team for just competing every quarter. We told them it was going to be all 4 quarters, and that's what they did. They played all 4 quarters, and we was able to get the victory last week.
You moved to this week. I know you said 1-0 mentality. That means you quickly focus to Brother Rice. It's a dangerous Brother Rice team. They've been beaten in this series 4 straight games. What are your thoughts on your team not taking this team lightly?
Well, this is a rivalry game. I mean, every game we play in the Catholic League is going to be, we know it's going to be physical and it's going to be a tough game for us. So we know that this is a motivated Brother Rice team that's coming in here, and they're going to be prepared, and we got to come play Orchard Lake football.
They were able to get the run game going last week against De La Salle, and it looks like this is a young team that's on the move. What are some of the things your defense is looking for tonight against this powerful run game?
We just got to do our job, gap assignment, do our job, make tackles. We talked about just being physical on making tackles and just doing our part in that department. So.
Your team poses threats offensively all over the field, a deep wide receiver crew, a running back that's really shown the state and put them on notice, and Givens. Talk about the potential for this offense. Really still hasn't even hit its stride yet.
Yeah, I just tell them one play at a time. Like, just, let's not focus on the big play or the small play. Just focus on one play at a time, and good things happen when you got, good talent like we do on that end of the ball.
All the best, Germaine. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
There he is, Germaine Gonzalez, getting his Eaglets ready to take on their rival Brother Rice. More on Gridiron Game Day right after this.
If you are looking for a life-changing workout experience, look no further than Pure Barre Novi. We are proud to help you achieve your fitness goals while joining a vibrant, supportive community that is over 300 women strong. Our classes are designed to strengthen and tone your entire body, and our teachers can help provide modifications for any fitness level. Find out more right now by calling 248-596-0002, visiting our website, following us on social media, or by coming to our studio right on Grand River Avenue in Novi. We can't wait to see you and help you achieve your fitness goals.
Parents Changing Spaces is a locally owned, free senior living referral and placement service. They help families who have loved ones that can no longer independently care for themselves find a place to live. They work with families across Southeast Michigan to find all types of senior housing, including assisted living, memory care, and residential care homes. In addition, if your loved one is in need of some assistance but not yet ready to make a move, they can provide guidance and resources for in-care home givers, physical and occupational therapy, transportation, and much more. Parents Changing Spaces service is complimentary and of no charge to you. Give them a call today, 844-772-7368, to learn how they can help your family. Impact players all over this field. Let's start with the Brother Rice Warriors. They've got a fellow by the name of Jaden Bell, just a sophomore stick, but he's the real deal coming off the edge for the Warriors, wearing number 6.
Yeah, 6'5" sophomore, a 5-star recruit, the #1 player in 2027, and as you called him, an absolute bone crusher. And then you get to the other side, this guy likes to hit too. Number 8 for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. That is Luke Jackson. He is the prototype linebacker for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. We had him as the feature guy last week. He came out and made some big plays. One thing we learned on this week, he was a quarterback. We didn't know that. He was the backup to Jabin on freshman and JV. So quarterback of the offense translates to quarterback of the defense, and not many guys say, hey, I don't want to play quarterback. Put me at linebacker, coach.
No doubt. Let's go down on the field to Maggie Mace, who's standing by with her on-the-field report. Maggie.
Thanks, guys. We have a great matchup for you tonight. It is not just a matchup between Orchard Lake St. Mary and Brother Rice. It is a matchup to play for the War Eagle Trophy. It was created in honor of both former head coaches for these schools, Coach Alfred Casa of Brother Rice and Coach George Porritt of Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Orchard Lake St. Mary is leading this series so far, but just by 1. Brother Rice is looking to tie that up tonight and bring that trophy back home to them. It'll be a good one. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Maggie. We are indeed ready for kickoff. Brother Rice will kick it off and go right to left. They're coming off a win last week, a big one over Warren de La Salle, 22-17 in the game in which they got the run game going. St. Mary's had to come from behind. They knock off Toledo CC. They'll start with their prolific offense on the field after this boot is banged into Commerce.
Well, we know when they trust their kicker, Chad. When we were out there walking on the field during pregame, he was warming up, kicking over the guys stretching. So you know that you could trust number 7. That is Caden Koza out there.
Yes, sir. The 40th meeting all time, as Maggie mentioned. St. Mary's with a slim 1-game lead. The Eaglets have won 3 straight in the series. And Brother Rice won 4 straight from 21 to 22. And the first meeting all time, 41-13, Brother Rice took that in 87 in the Pontiac Silverdome of the Prep Bowl. These two teams had to wait a long time to meet until 1987. It'd be a long time before they would meet after that in 1998. We're set for football. Jabin Gonzalez, who had a touchdown run last week, is under center. Nursing that Achilles, jet sweep, right side Barber. Turns the corner, has the 30, and has a first down run. That's Lorenzo Barber, the sophomore. Multiple Division I offers, and he's your prototypical slot, kind of like an Amon-Ra St. Brown type player.
Yeah, and for Orchard Lake St. Mary's, they have athletes all over the place, and it's fun to have a gadget guy like that to kick off your series.
He is their leading receiver on this squad as well. But the Eaglets starting lineup is led by Gonzalez, the junior signal caller. And it's an offensive line that's just a big line stick, 6'4", 280 they average. And it protects Gonzalez, that guy right there at quarterback, one of the top junior signal callers in the state. Handoff, it's given, and given is only given a few yards. What a year it's been for the sophomore who came out of nowhere. He's really taking control of this running back position stick.
Yeah, when we were talking to Germaine Gonzalez, he was telling us, you know, during that De La Salle game, he really put his imprint on it and kind of took over that. They were more of a running back by committee, but now he's kind of more of the feature back, and he's earned that.
Averages 7 yards a carry behind this massive offensive line. Michael King, a rising star at left tackle. King Kolarchik at left guard. Big John going down to OU, Ohio U tomorrow. Excited for his visit. One of the leaders and the quiet leaders, Greg Smith in the middle, Cliff Ellis at right guard, and Brian Matthews, the right tackle. It's a run, and it's not for much. It's stuffed. Given is stopped quickly, and it's a very good Brother Rice defense, led by Will Lewis, one of the captains of the linebacker at 6'2", 215. He's an Ivy League prospect.
Yeah, well, you could tell, smart player on that play. He just came up, filled his assignment, and made the stiff tackle right in the hole, forcing a moderately long 3rd down for Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
3rd and mid. They'll send Chad Willis, their second leading receiver, down low. There you see Willis along with Given, the sophomore running back, Barber, Smith, and Adams, who had the touchdown last week at tight end. Gonzalez looking over the middle, got a man, Smith caught at the 30. One man to beat it, he's down inside the 25. yard line. How
Gonzalez
about
pass
it?
finds number 10, Brandon Hardy, wide open.
That's
up the seam.
actually
A big play and into the first
Brandon
down. Gets him down to the
Hardy,
20-yard line.
the sophomore receiver out of the slot that makes the catch, and he is tripped up in a touchdown-saving tackle by Hayes.
Yeah, Hayes, the last line of defense, and barely clips the ankle there, saving a touchdown.
39-yard pitch and catch. This one's thrown right side quickly to Barber. And he is tripped up at the 12-yard line, tackled by number 9.
Good game on first down.
That's Miles Henning at
9.
the safety. Pierce Habayab at one of the defensive ends. Jaden Bell, who's stick featured at the other side. Dario Morelli, a two-way tackle. And Kalain Elam, the other tackle for Brother Rice. Gonzalez going to throw left side to his running back, given, and he's stuffed immediately. Oh, he's met rudely by the guest and the aforementioned Jaden Bell from his DN spot.
Yeah, you want to say why he's an impact player? Well, that's the impact, and that's the player right there.
And that's some contact, and that's a loss of about 6 all the way back.
Loss of about 5
That's
on the
Cameron
play,
Lowe,
makes it
Booker.
3rd and about 7.
Cameron Lowe, Booker Jones, Brady Thomas, Miles Henning, and Marcus Hayes. 3rd and 7 for the Eaglets. Gonzalez rolling right. Got a man, Barber caught. Cuts back inside and outside, and I don't know if he has enough. He's close. They're going to mark him out at the 12. He needed to get to the 11. It's going to be 4th and 1 for St. Mary's.
About a yard short of the first
And the
down,
Eaglets
makes
are
it
going
4th down.
to look like they're going for it.
Yeah, I think that secondary effort right here. Look, if he gets tackled by the first man, I don't think they're going for it, but that extra 3 yards gives them the opportunity.
So, 4th and 1 for the Eaglets. Brother Rice and this defense trying to stand up. There you see the linebackers with Lewis and Grachowski. Handoff inside. It's Kamari Patterson, and he's got enough for the first down. Gain of 2 to the 10.
He was dived up the middle with Patterson.
And we've seen Patterson be a
Shoots up
tough
just
physical
enough for a
player,
first
Stick,
down.
and that's the right guy to call upon on 4th and short.
Yeah, but he got it like
Take a first and goal
exactly
from the
on the
10-yard
line. He
line.
needed to get to the 10-yard line, and that's exactly where the official was walking up. Just a foot on the line, but that's all they needed.
That's it.
And
Coach
Coach
Porter.
Patterson, we were talking about how hard of a hitter he is on defense. For 185 pounds, he lays that wood.
Double tight T, they sure does. Play action pass, Gonzalez to the end zone, got a man, and it is intercepted nearly. It's incomplete, it hit the turf, but what a defensive play. Eaglets had an opportunity, but how about the play by Cameron Lowe to break this thing up, Stick?
Yeah, Javen Gonzalez, he sees his man, puts a little too much loft on it, because that gave Lowe time to come over and make the breakup.
Intended for Brandon Adams, who we saw last week for Orchard Lake St. Mary, score that long touchdown. I think it was a 60-yard variety. So a 2nd and 10 for the Eaglets from the 10-yard line. Goal to go. Gonzalez in the gun, going to take it himself. Quarterback keep, makes a move and squirts forward to about the 7, maybe the 8.
Gonzalez keeps himself.
Yeah, they sent Brandon Adams as the lead blocker on that, but that just shows how much confidence they have in Javen Gonzalez. Achilles actually healing and getting back to where it needs to be. Calling designed quarterback runs on the goal line.
Yep. 2nd leading rusher for the Eaglets is Gonzalez behind Given. Gonzalez in a 3rd and 8. End zone, got a man, curl route, Barber caught. It's short of the end zone. It's to the 4. He needed to get in. It'll be 4th down and 4 in decision-making time for the Eaglets.
Well, you know, you went for it on 4th down. Might as well do it again. This would be the 12th play of the drive coming up, but
This is a 4th down.
looks like they are sending in a whole different unit. Is that the field goal unit, Chad?
Nope, that's the jumbo unit. Or no, it is. It is indeed the field goal unit. It's a big unit, but it is
The jumbo field goal unit.
Yes, sir. It will be a 21-yard field goal attempt from Beckett Kiefer from the middle of the field. Perfect on the year, 1 for 1. He got it last week. The snap by Jackson, the hold, and the kick is good. So with 6:56 to go, this Brother Rice defense holds stick this Eaglet offense to just a field goal. That's a big win for Brother Rice.
Yeah, I think both teams could feel good coming out of that drive. Obviously, if you're St. Mary's, you want to put 7 on the board, but to establish a 12-play clock-eating drive like that, you feel good about that. Brother Rice, they feel good that they're lucky to just get out with a field goal.
You bet. So, Beckett Kiefer bangs it through 3-0 St. Mary's. The Eaglets are #1 ranked in Division II and the reigning state champions from a year ago. Meanwhile, Brother Rice trying to get back and rebuild this program under Aaron Marshall, and they're in a good direction doing that with the win last week against De La Salle and also on this drive showing that they're here to play.
Yeah, well, he talked about it in his pregame interview, too. It's nice to see them ascending at the end of the year. That's what you want to see out of a young team because they're starting a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores. I mean, their starting cornerbacks are both freshmen and sophomores coming into this game, and you're going up against some good wide receivers. But what he says is, hey, these guys were freaks in 8th grade. It's not like they just showed up and out of nowhere they became good. They were good then, and they're only getting better.
Young team, they start 12 freshmen and sophomores. As you mentioned, this is a short kick by Kiefer. It's going to bounce at the 15 and taken up across the 25 to the 27-yard line. It was a 12-play drive for the Eaglets, about a 5-minute drive, and it ended with a Beckett Kiefer 21-yard field goal, 3-0 St. Mary's. But that is the kind of drive stick that you're looking for if you're St. Mary's offensively. Obviously, you want the touchdown, but you also want to work this defense.
Exactly, and honestly, it's what happened to St. Mary's in the first half of last game. Central Catholic was able to take that first drive and just hold the ball forever.
Yep. This is Sam Ide, the quarterback, a transfer from Lansing Catholic Central, and he had to beat out the freshman Drake Martin, and he's done that, and he's under center tonight, and he hands off to his top back. That's Hill, and Hill's going nowhere. And this is the guy that rushed for 147 yards last week in Brother Rice's 22-17 win over De La Salle. He's certainly a key for the St. Mary's defense, and early on. This is a look at their offensive line. Morelli, their leader up front, Sandoval, Beasley, and Davis. Davis, the young fellow, the sophomore, gets the nod tonight. He's a bright prospect, and Donovan Fuller moves over to the right tackle for Brother Rice. Rich Pop is the offensive coordinator. He coordinated Southfield A&T to a state title a few years ago. There's DeAndre Hill at running back. Christian Marshall, the freshman, Kyle Trussell, Alex Wall, and Jacob Johnson, the senior. And what do we have here?
You got Kamari Patterson being Kamari Patterson, crashing down from his safety position and putting an end to this extended run. There you see Kamari Patterson going low.
Alex Wall was the ball carrier, so 3rd and 9 for Brother Rice. Just been trying to get some things going offensively. They'll send trips to the right. It's a very talented wide receiving crew with Johnson, Trussell, Wall, and especially the young Christian Marshall. Sam Ide rolling right, looking, got a man caught, makes a man miss, fights forward, and has a first down. How about the effort on the far right sideline?
Receiver breaks a couple tackles.
That's number 3, and that's Tyler Trussell, the sophomore who's been offered by Power 4 schools.
Yeah, he was tackled dead to rights. That was actually number 12, Christian Marshall, breaking a few tackles and getting his way up through the first down.
Ryan Harrington up front, the talented defensive end, committed to Wake Forest. Trajan Gibson, who was our G of the game last week, had the fumble return, scoop and score. Jacob Hanna, who's in helping out with Kyrie Williams still out with an injury. And Gage Nesson at the edge, the Division II offered prospect. Throwing right side, Sam Ide got a man right sideline, and that ball is caught inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. They go right back to number 3, Tyler Trussell, who's been offered already by Vanderbilt and 22 others.
And what a throw. Good timing throw. Sets his back foot, puts it on the back shoulder. That is impossible to defend. Perfect throw.
Gain of 25 on the play, and this Brother Rice offense feeling comfortable in the air early against this Eaglet defense.
As long as that offensive line can hold, It appears they got the quarterback to do it.
Yep. Blankenberg, Hurst, Patterson, and Glasker. They're without Pruitt again tonight. Handoff inside. It's Hill, and he's got about 2 before that Eaglet defensive line collabs.
I'm not sure. Did you see that, Chad? The quarterback turned around, had the ball in his left hand, then switched it over to his right to hand it off. I'm not sure if he was confused which way the way that play was opening up.
Yeah.
But normally you don't see the quarterback switching hands with the ball like that.
Right. It is odd. It was a little bit of a misdirection, or was it a mistake?
I think it was a mistake.
Okay, fair enough. Luke Jackson, the linebacker who stick featured. Ryan Fresquez, a good one as well. John Washington in there gets the nod. Bohenick will rotate in. He's a bit banged up. We'll get to the back end in a moment. Motion left to right, 2nd and 8. Ide hands off right side. Jet sweep. Spin inside and a gain of about 7. And a near first down up to the 30-yard line. Call it the 31. Gain of 6 on the play.
Brother Rice is showing some magic along that sideline. Every time they get in front of their own team, they are dipping and diving and spinning on that one.
Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Alex Wall doing his thing.
He's one of their captains, one of the senior wide receivers. And when you get seniors on a team that has young talent and blend, it really is a infectious movement. Trussell near side, bottom of the screen. Watch out for Christian Marshall as well. He's at the top of your screen. Motion right to left on a 3rd and 1. Ide wants to run it himself, and he doesn't have enough. Tackled by Trajan Gibson. It's going to be 4th down and 2. They might have lost a yard or so. And a fine play by Orchard Lake up front.
I'm not sure if that was a designed run or if he just didn't have what he wanted right away and tucked it and ran. But either way, that did not work out. Number 13 for Orchard Lake St. Mary's, Trajan Gibson, who we saw last week, have a heck of a game.
G of the game.
The stop there. And now would bring up a big 4th down, which has been a good drive for Brother Rice.
It sure has. Already a drive that has seen 7 plays. This will be their 8th. They want to see a 9th. Hill in the backfield. Long count, and now a timeout. So try to get the Eaglets to jump. They'll take a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout with them. So with 3:06 to go in the first, 3-0 St. Mary's in this rivalry, and its 40th all-time appearance. The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here. Interesting decision, Stick. What do? You've got a kicker that we saw warming up. It looks like he's got a leg from 45. You got a chance to tie this game if you can knock a 47-yarder through. Do they trust him at this point to do something like that?
Looks like they're sending out the signal caller, and he's bringing out the play, so they're going for it here. So you know you're going to have to put up points against Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
Sam Ide will send DeAndre Hill, his big, beefy 6'1", 205-pound back to his left. Motion right to left. Jet sweep fake. Handoff. Hill right side. He's got the first down and more. And he's got a drag. Eaglet down to the 15-yard line. Gain of 16 on the play. On the run off the edge from Hill. A power run for a power 4-player.
Yeah, Luke Jackson's going to have nightmares about this. He misses the angle, and he could have tackled him to take over on downs on that 4th down. But a great burst there, getting through the hole. And a great play design, a little bit of misdirection. Use St. Mary's athleticism against them.
It's a team that Aaron Marshall says has learned how to practice with a purpose. Hill again on the counter, and this time no such luck. Luke Jackson says, I learned, and he makes the play.
Nice play by Luke Jackson.
Yeah, they were like, hey, it worked on that last play. Let's run it again. And you can't fault the logic behind it, right? But St. Mary's quick to adapt. We were talking to Jeff Phillips before the game, St. Mary's defensive coordinator, and he said stopping the run was kind of their main point of focus to beat Brother Rice.
Yeah, and you can understand why. With a big back like Hill, it is an offensive line for Rice that, look, they're learning, they're blossoming. There's some young team up front, a little bit undersized, but they got a chance with Hill. And this quarterback, Ide, who's looked comfortable. Pocket breaks down. Ide can run it. Ide will run it. He gets inside the 10, down to the 9. It's a gain of 7 or 8 on the play. He took a pop from that secondary coming from Ryan Harrington at his D-line spot.
Yeah, you see Ryan Harrington kind of over pursue, but then come back in your screen from the right side. And he gets hit by Harrington as well as Luke Jackson on that play. And he is down. Who is down? It looks like maybe Luke Jackson? No, Luke Jackson is running off the field, so it can't be Luke Jackson.
Well, the player down across the way will step aside with 1:29 to go and a 3rd and 5 facing Brother Rice when we come back to Molesky Field on Gridiron Game Day. Thanks for watching. Want to thank our food sponsor tonight, Smokey G's Smokehouse, located at 2670 Atwater Street in Detroit. Get them at 313-693-2533, the best smokehouse in the D. Cam Glasker, the injured Eaglet, is okay, and here's the replay stick of the last
down
one.
about 4 from 10-yard line.
Yeah, you're getting a look at big hit in Glasker at the very end, trying to jump over the pile to avoid, just kind of comes down awkwardly on his face mask.
Looked like he also awkwardly landed on Christian Marshall. So here we go, 3rd down and 5. Empty backfield for Sam Ide. Motion Marshall. Pressure coming. Throwing over the middle and incomplete. It's that Eaglet front 4 bringing the heat again, Stick. Heating up that kitchen and making things uncomfortable for the junior signal caller.
Yeah, Ryan Harrington able to crash the edge, but really all 4 of the defensive line had pressure on the quarterback there, forcing Ide into the incompletion. But that was almost an exact same drive that St. Mary's had coming down the field. And now Brother Rice is going to settle for a field goal as well. What was that, 10 plays, 11? 11 plays.
So it'll be Caden Koza. And it'll be a 27-yard attempt to try to tie this game with 1:17 to go in the first. Snap solid, holds good, and the kick is good as well. We're tied at 3. This is a rivalry game. These things happen. A lot of folks may not have expected this tight game early, but Stick, this is what happens when these two teams come together. And look, Brother Rice is feeling good too, coming off their win last week, just like St. Mary's was.
Yeah, and Brother Rice, as we say, they keep getting better throughout the season. You know, week by week, they progress. So you can't judge them by what they were at the beginning of the season. And here, at the end of one quarter, they played pretty much even with the number 3 team in the state. I mean, a 12-play drive, an 11-play drive. 3 points on the board, 3 points on the board. Can't get much more even than that.
You bet. So that drive was a long one. As you mentioned, 11 plays. And started at 6:51 and ended at 1:12. That's a 5-minute, 40-second drive. And so both teams really coming out with big-time drives to start the game. Eaglets about to get the football. Here comes the kickoff from Caden Koza. Caden, K-A-D-I-N, Koza, K-O-Z-A. The junior kicker at 5'10". Next week, Brother Rice will wrap up the regular season against Sterling Heights Stevenson. Meanwhile, the Eaglets will take on River Rouge, a rebuilding program with Germaine Caldwell. The kickoff is taken at the 3. Taken up the left side. Reese Hurst, watch out. Dangerous return man. Has some real estate and some Red Sea to the midfield stripe at the 50. Reese Hurst has done it again on Red Lake, burning on the red turf for another lengthy return.
Yeah, but it all starts with the blocking. Luke Jackson got a pancake. Kamari Patterson got a pancake. I don't know if you can see number 14 lead blocking here. Bam! Putting one guy down. That's what leads to those big returns. Team blocking, and St. Mary's does a great job on special teams.
Big credit to the special teams coordinator, Emil Miklia. Does a great job with that unit. The offensive coordinator is Nick Merlo, and this offense is at the 50-yard line with 60 seconds left in this first quarter in a tie game in Orchard Lake. Gonzalez hands off to Given, and Given's got nothing. He lost a yard, back to the 49. Blowing up the play for Brother Rice was Jaden Bell again, coming over from that defensive end spot. Bell's a big-time player stick.
Yeah, that may be a guy you want to run away from. That's all I know.
11 offers led by Alabama. Throw right side, caught. Eaglets inside the 40 to the 36-yard line. Second catch of the night for Brandon Adams Jr., the tight end.
Yeah, you may not have to run away from him. I'm talking about Jaden Bell here, but what you see is you draw him upfield and then just dump it over his head to the wide receiver who's able to pick up the first down. That's good play calling.
Had a 60-yard touchdown last week. Jabin's going to keep the football. I don't know if that was a designed run or not. It looked like it was not a designed run, but sometimes those are supposed to look like they're not designed. Short game, well defended by the Warriors.
Yeah, I'm thinking that was a design one because he immediately paused and then took off, and I didn't see any wide receivers running any good routes.
So that's the end of the first quarter. We'll take a timeout from Molesky Field in Orchard Lake. The reigning state champs in a fight with their rival from Birmingham tonight. Don't go anywhere. We're the Prep. This is Gridiron Game Day. Love Piece and Threads Design Bar, a unique new fashion experience in downtown Milford. Get ready to elevate your style by stepping foot in their design shop. Love Piece and Threads Design Bar offers specialized collections of custom apparel. They've got custom denim jackets and sweatshirts to dresses and hats, and they've got a variety of options to choose from. Whether you're looking for a one-of-a-kind piece or you want to set a new fashion trend, their store has got you covered with endless customization options. But that's not all. Their design bar is also the perfect place for a fun and creative night out. And you can do a celebration, book a party, and bring the full experience. Gather your family or friends and design your own custom jacket, complete with patches and your own personal touches, and unleash your imagination and create something truly special with their hands-on design experience. Love Piece Threads Design Bar is more than just a store. It's a place where fashion meets creativity and community. Let's go down to the field to Maggie Mace for her on-the-field report. Maggie, take it away.
Thanks, guys. At the beginning of the night tonight, before the game started, everyone in attendance took a moment of silence to honor longtime Brother Rice head coach Al Fracassa, who recently passed away at the age of 92. He coached at Brother Rice for 44 years, winning 9 state titles, over 400 games. But he wanted to be remembered for more than just his wins and stats on paper. He will be remembered by his connection he had with his players, with the kids he coached. Coach Gonzalez said in a meeting earlier this week he didn't know him personally, but he knows he was a great mentor, a great leader, a great mind in the game of football, a legend in the Catholic League, and he'll be remembered by the impact he left on his players. Back to you guys.
No doubt, Maggie. Well said. Well done. Yeah, Al Fracassa, a legend, was a big part of this series. Such an impactful part of just the state of Michigan. Brother Rice, no doubt. You talk about the titles, but like Maggie said, it's the relationships he built and kept for all those years.
Yeah, a good buddy of mine, Joey Nemu, went to Brother Rice, and he played on the team. Wasn't a star, but he still had a great connection with the coach, and that's how you know. Like a lot of coaches, they treat their star players like gold. Everybody else, you're just a part of the system. No, it was one big family when Fracassa was on the sidelines.
You bet. Meanwhile, a pass interference penalty on a key third down play has given the Eaglets new blood, new life. And they've got a first down up to the 21-yard line stick. 16-yard advantage, and a critical mistake by the young Brother Rice defense.
Yeah, if they didn't make that mistake, though, it was probably 7 for Orchard Lake, though. So it's one of those things, you know, in high school, it's not a spot foul, so they don't have to take that penalty right at the 1-yard line. So it was a tough decision.
Barber's second carry of the night is for a few yards. Barber's got a handful of Mid-American Conference offers. He's their top receiver at 23 catches and 470 yards, coming in with 7 touchdowns. But it started with Germaine Gonzalez, with Jabin Gonzalez. He's been the quarterback. Just missed one game. There's a little play action, peel out, got a man, Adams. BJ's got it sideline right and tackled quickly at the 11. It's enough, though, for the first down, move the chains.
But once again, if you're going to attack Jaden Bell, that's how you do it. See, you kind of froze him there with the play action, and then you get on the outside of him, kind of mitigating him by all the action going around.
Yeah, it was. Tackled by number 34 for Brother Rice. It's Jake Dahman, the sophomore.
From the 11.
So 1st and 10, Eaglets trying to get in the end zone for the first time tonight against a stingy young Brother Rice defense. Kamari Patterson, the Western Michigan commit, in the backfield, and he explodes inside the 5 to the 3. Gain of 7 or 8 on first down.
Yeah, and that's when Orchard Lake's offense really starts clicking, when they get that inside run game action going in. When you got a power back like Kamari Patterson, you could run straight ahead and pick up some solid yardage. But now the entire playbook's open.
Yep. Wall on the tackle, amongst others, for the Warriors. Barber will check out for the Eaglets. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. It's 2nd and 2 from the 4. Gonzalez in the gun with Patterson. Jabin will take it himself, and bottled up by a bunch of white jerseys and orange helmets in Halloween season. And that was well-defended run.
Yeah, and it looked like Jabin was just running a little bit hesitant when he got to the line of scrimmage. Just kind of paused, chopped his feet, and there's no time for that on the goal line. They're going to close fast on you.
Marcus Hayes on the tackle. Sorry, partner.
You would have liked to see St. Mary's maybe get to the edge, use their speed.
Yeah.
That's what they did last week against Central Catholic on their one of their big touchdowns to get back in the game.
No DJ Taylor tonight. He had that touchdown catch last week, but it cost him in a shoulder thing. He'll be out for a little bit.
He played more after that, though.
He did. Straight T, double tight pitch left. Kamari Patterson into the end zone. Touchdown, Eaglets! Patterson from 4. He did it last week. And the future Bronco of Western Michigan rides into that black end zone once again.
The exact same play, almost the exact same time, and in the exact same spot. The far end zone, north end zone here. Kamari Patterson, get him on the edge and let him use of power. An absolute truck stick going into the end zone there.
Given with a nice block to Springham, amongst others, including Tatum. So here comes the extra point by Beckett Kiefer, the sophomore. Perfect in all but one attempt this year, and he pounds it up against that beautiful fence. And it's 10-3. Orchard Lake St. Mary's on the board with 8:43 to go. Another look at the touchdown run stick.
Yeah, Kamari Patterson just lowers the shoulder, runs over number 10. That is Brady Thomas, who is a captain too, so he's not easy to run over, but celebrating with the big fellas who got you in. Oh, and find the camera too.
Brother Rice, 3-4 on the year, 1-3 in league play. 616 students, Division II, and better than last year by one game at this point. Getting better, 5th in the CHSL Central Division, 10 times state champions and the legendary Alfred Casa led them. And how about TJ Lang? Yeah, former Lion, former Eastern Michigan Eagle, former 4th-round pick. Does a great job on Detroit Lions radio, sidelines, color, and a good guy.
Great and pitch perfect, too.
Oh, okay. I missed that one.
Yeah, he was dancing back up.
All right. How about it? Good catch. And that's a solid return up to the 14-yard line. It was a 5-minute, 20-second drive for St. Mary's, 10 plays. And in the end, it was a 4-yard touchdown run for Kamari Patterson. So we've seen, both teams have had, everybody's had their drive. And this is Brother Rice's chance now to come back and do some things. But it's been a game of drives and consistent offensive play.
Yeah, and if you're Brother Rice, it's got to be a game of responses, right? You were able to weather the storm on drive 1. You matched it. Now it's your turn to match it again, because you don't want to get into a scoring contest when you start falling behind against Orchard Lake.
And one of the things that Aaron Marshall said to us was that we can't beat ourselves. We just can't beat ourselves. Mistakes have beaten them. It comes with a young team, and they haven't done that yet tonight, Stick, maybe until now. Timeout. Timing was everything, right? No, they got the timeout before the flag. But they have not yet to this point, and that's probably why they're in this game 10-3.
Well, they've only had one possession, and this is their second possession, so they did a good job establishing themselves with a long first drive, 11 plays. If they could substantiate that, maybe get us almost to halftime and get some more points on the board, you're going in the locker room feeling pretty darn good.
Hard to believe this is just Brother Rice's second drive that they're about to embark upon. I mean, St. Mary's just finished their second drive. So it's been a game of drives and lengthy ones at that. As St. Mary's defense will huddle around Jeff Phillips, the former Eaglet. There's a look at the standings in the CHSL. Brother Rice and St. Mary's, and the Eaglets strong hold on second place after knocking off Toledo CC last week. And Detroit Catholic Central has claimed the Central, and they will take on Detroit King next week in the Prep Bowl, the newly defined Prep Bowl, where whoever you play in your Week 9 is who is your Prep Bowl opponent. Play action eyed on the blitz, breaks it, has some room, comeback route, caught by Trussell at the 28 on a fine play. Move the chains, first down, Brother Rice.
Tim Ide evades the pressure on the play.
Ide with a great job there. He's not a super mobile quarterback, but he's able to just avoid the pressure and on the run with a dot right to the wide receiver.
They love his accuracy. A guy that can really get the ball out. And look, the competition, Stick, when Sam unseated Martin in week 3? I mean, this was something that, you feel it all throughout the week. Good competition is healthy.
Always, especially if they're healthy within each other too, right? They're all doing what's best for the team.
Yep, we understand that's how it is. The freshman and the junior. 5 wide empty backfield. Now we've got a whistle and we've got too much time.
We're about to call another timeout on this drive. Well, there you go. I kind of opened the floodgates, Chad. You mentioned it, and here it's happening.
Yep. Penalties.
And that's the one thing that Brother Rice cannot incur on this drive. They got to keep pace with St. Mary's.
Ide looks right, comes back left, got the tunnel screen set up. Watch out. Middle screen and decked by Kamari Patterson at the 33. Oh, Kamari with a cold cock. It was hurt from up here.
I asked Germaine Gonzalez on our call if Kamari Patterson is the hardest hitter he's ever played with. He was a little hesitant. He said, I played with some guys. Maybe Kamari Patterson heard something about that. He's like, I'm going to show you something, coach.
Second and about 6.
My goodness.
Well, and to have that hit, but to keep it clean and avoid any kind of penalty is the real skill in that too, right, Stick?
Yeah, after the truck stick on his touchdown run too. He's great at just lowering that shoulder and finding contact.
Yep. Motion right to left, Ide hands off, it's Hill. Hill has some room, watch out. He's at the 50, has some gap. He's to the 40, deep into Eaglet territory, and along the right sideline, out of bounds. down to the 18-yard line.
DeAndre Hill breaks through that
DeAndre
tackle.
Hill doing DeAndre Hill things, and he had a sea of red turf that was wide open.
Yeah, St. Mary's does a good job. They cover the outside. He just has a great job of finding the hole, getting small like we talked about, and just the speed and a little juke move, but couldn't get by Mr. Hurst. But a great run. Got the whole Brother Rice student section up and chanting now.
Yeah, and he avoided Kamari Patterson, of all people, on that play.
Smart man.
To get himself in position and his offense into the Eaglet red zone. Jet sweep left side and pushed out at the 16-yard line. I believe that was Lucas Wells, the wide receiver.
That jet sweep to Walls starting out by the Eagles.
Gain of
defense.
2 on the play. 2nd and 8.
Yeah, quick little jet
Just a
sweep.
couple
St.
yards on
Mary's
the
does a
play.
good job of extending
Second
and
and 8.
extending until Research is able to close and push the running back out of bounds.
You think about some of the Eaglet hard hitters of years past, and you think about Phil Martin. You think about some of the, Dave Bowens, obviously, former teammate of mine, and a vicious hitter. And several guys that could really
Torrance
stick.
Cradieth, who's still
absolutely.
down there. TC could hit.
Yeah.
We had a guy, Larry Batiste, in my class that could hit.
Yeah. Phil Lim, one of those guys, could really smack you from up front. There's a tackle for loss. That's Ryan Harrington, the Demon Deacon.
Rolls his left is brought down for
With a sack
on the
and a
play by
third
Ryan
down coming up.
Harrington.
Yeah, Ide rolling to his right was able to see the blitz. This time he's rolling to his left and just gets chased down by Harrington. What's his nickname again, Chad? The
Slim Reaper.
Perfect.
Not grim, but slim.
Yeah, perfect for Halloween.
Yeah. Maggie will have more on him in the third quarter.
Yard line will be 3rd and long.
Maggie will also have an on-the-field report. We'll also hear from our sponsors, Love, Peace, and Threads, Lauren and Amy.
Timeout
We'll
taken
talk
by
to
the
Maggie
Eaglets.
at halftime. Timeout on the
And
field.
their
We'll
first
take it
and
with a
half.
5:42 to go. 10-3 Eaglets on top, but Brother Rice is knocking on the door. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for watching on this glorious Friday night from Orchard Lake. Want to thank our food sponsor tonight, Smokey G's Smokehouse, located at 2670 Atwater Street in Detroit. Get them at 313-693-2533, the best smokehouse in the D. Orchard Lake St. Mary's 5-1, 3-1, number 1 ranked in Division II in the state of Michigan. 913 private co-divisional. And Division II, they've opted up. Last year's state champs under Germaine Gonzalez, the 9th for the Eaglets, their history. Scott Kolakowski, an 87 grad. He played in that game against Brother Rice in the first game ever. He played for the Lions, All-American D lineman at OLSM. Played at Notre Dame, and a pick for the Eagles, one of the great ones. Scott Kolakowski. 3rd and 14, going in zone, going for it all, incomplete. There is a flag down, and this could be PI on the Eaglets. What did you see, Stick?
Lots of hand fighting very early, and it looks like it will be pass interference on the Eaglets. Look at the top of your screen. Just some pushing and shoving going on. You'll see it all the way there.
Defensive holding against the Eaglets.
Trussell.
Defensive holding on Willis.
Yeah. Trussell working on Chad Willis. Again, Cam Glasker was injured earlier. I have not seen him if he has returned to the game.
Brother Rice
Stick.
up 10. If it's not awarded the automatic first down,
Yeah,
it'll be
he's back
3rd
out
and
there at
about
the top of
4.
your screen, number 21.
Okay. So, as we mentioned earlier, it's not an automatic first down in high school football. So they will move that and make it a 3rd and about 5 instead of a 3rd and 14.
Yeah, but what it does also too is it puts them in field goal range.
That's
so it
right.
kind of makes you breathe a little bit easier as a play caller, knowing that hey, even if we don't get it here, we still got 3 if we want it.
That's right. 3rd and 4 for Ide and the Warriors on the march. Motion, jet sweep fake. Ide will keep it himself. It'll get to the 10. He needed to get to the 8. It's 4th and 2. And Aaron Marshall's got to think about some things.
Yeah, with 5 minutes on the clock, I think that's going to dictate that they are going to go for it because Orchard Lake St. Mary's getting the ball back with 5 minutes. That's plenty of time for them to run their whole offense and put some points on the board. So You know points are at a premium. 2 yards, tell your men, go get it.
All right. They're lining up for it. And if you're St. Mary's, you jumped off sides last week a couple times.
Yep.
Sure Brother Rice knows that. Saw that on film. 4th and 2 from the 10, and we've got a timeout.
Oh, man, I was excited. They were running the golf play. The quarterback went in under center. He was just sprinting to the side. That was going to be a fun play.
Timeout of the half.
I bet it was.
St. Mary's wanted to get a look at what they were running and a smart timeout. Now you can game plan for it. You wonder if that gives Brother Rice time to either switch that play, because now the cat's kind of out of the bag, right? We know the quarterback's going to come out of center and sprint, so that's not going to take you by surprise. So they switch their play, or do they switch altogether and go for the field goal?
Right. Hey, our friend Rob Murphy has got his movie coming out. It's out right now. It's a powerful new movie that takes you inside the life and the journey of Detroit's own Rob Murphy. And his journey from the inner city streets to the top of Division I basketball and beyond. It's a story about perseverance, about faith, leadership, and the fight to rise above adversity. And you'll see the real highs, the setbacks, and the lessons that are shaped and that have shaped him into the man that he is today. Deep. It's out now. It's streaming right now on Tubi. Don't miss it. Congratulations to our friend Rob Murphy on his movie release.
Congrats, Murph.
Yeah, man. 4th and 2 from the 10 for Rice. They're going for it. Direct snap to Hill. He fights for it, and he has the first down. He needed the 8. He got the 7. Big Hill with a lean, and he got it over Gibson. First down.
But I love Coach Aaron Marshall on that play, right? He said, okay, we're still going to run the same play. We're just not going to run the quarterback option. We're going to do a direct snap to our running back, but we're not going to have the quarterback flash into the outside. I love that. Sticking with what you called.
Good call by offensive coordinator Rich.
There you go, splitting out the quarterback again.
They'll keep eyed wide right, and they'll leave Hill in there at quarterback. Why not? It worked well with the Wildcat last time. Hill's going to dance, and Hill's going to find Harrington, break the tackle, but not the second effort. It was Jackson coming over the top for the tackle, but Hill is a tough fella to tango with.
And he was able to still pick up 3 yards when being contacted behind the line of scrimmage, breaking a tackle by Kamari Patterson, who we know that's tough to do.
Yeah, it is.
There you go. Let's see if they do it for a third time. Yep.
We know this. Clock is running, and keeping that Eaglet offense off the field is a win.
It's half the defense.
Hill stays in, keeps it himself. Not much there. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. I don't think he got much, if anything.
Gabe Nesson gets there first for the Eaglets.
We've got a scoring update from Detroit and Ford Field as we're running another game. But first, this replay with Hill.
Yeah, you see Hill just trying to cram up the middle, but St. Mary's defense squeezing on that. You know, they've run the play 3 times in a row and really haven't put any wrinkles in it.
Yep. It's Detroit King 13, Cass Tech 7. Second quarter, 7 minutes to go. And King football deep in their own end. But right now it's Rice in a 3rd and 4. Play action, eyed, looking in zone. Got a man, caught. Touchdown Warriors. It was a slant route that was caught. Beautifully thrown football. And this game's an extra point away from being all tied up. It's Alex Wall with a touchdown. 4-yard touchdown toss from Ide to Wall.
I love the play action, quick slant pass on that, and a great spot for that pass too. Low and away from the defender. Nobody's going to get it but your man. Touchdown, Brother Rice.
Yes, sir. The extra point coming up from Caden Koza. And a stunned Orchard Lake St. Mary's crowd this October night. And that one's up, and that is good. So, with 2:51 to go, we're tied again. Don't go anywhere. Gridiron Game Day giving you all the goods from Orchard Lake. Thanks for watching. We're the Prep. Watch the live broadcast right here on the Prep. Watch and subscribe. Here's the QR code. Follow us all season long. 125 games of high school action right here live and on demand on the Prep. Chad and Stick back with you. Robert Sherby is your executive producer tonight on this beautiful night in Orchard Lake. Maggie Mace is on the sidelines. Glad to be with you. And we've got a lot of football left in this one, Stick. Nothing solved yet. Another long drive, though, in this game.
That's exactly what Brother Rice had to do. They held serve. They've responded to everything that Orchard Lake St. Mary's has done. Now, they just got to stop them here with 3 minutes left in the first half. Make sure they go into the locker room tied.
All right, the kickoff. And taken by Hurst at the goal line. And not much there. It won't even get to the 20-yard line.
This kick is fielded by Barber, who returns it out to the 18-yard line. Eaglets will take over first and 10 with 2:46 remaining in the half and 2 timeouts.
2:45 to go. It'll be Orchard Lake St. Mary's football. Recapping that last drive, it was a 11-play drive, 5 minutes and 45 seconds, and it's a touchdown wall from 4 yards out from Sam Ide, and he's looked really good in this game, Stick.
He's looked exceptional in this game. A back shoulder throw, a couple rollout passes, good decisions that he's been making all game long.
Jamin Gonzalez will keep it, and he will run it up the middle.
Gonzalez keeps it himself.
Some physical blocking on the outside and good sportsmanship to go with it. So, St. Mary's with 2.5 to go. I mean, this is a drive that's going to define their first half.
Yeah, and they got creative at the end of the first half last game with a little double pass. You wonder if they're going to do something like that here with 2 minutes left. This would be a good time maybe to pull something like that out.
Well, Nick Merlo, the offensive coordinator, pacing to our right. 2nd and 6, 2:10 to go, clock rolling. Brother Rice looking for the upset. Jamin's going to keep it. A flag comes out. The guard, King Kolarczyk.
Not down for no gain. There is a flag on the play.
And we'll see what this is all about.
Well, it looks like St. Mary's was trying to call timeout on the sideline. And it looks like you're probably going to get a holding call in the middle where that flag was thrown. But St. Mary's was all types of stuff going on in that play. A player running off. You had the offensive coordinator up here saying, "Where's he going? Where's he going?"
There's a second penalty. It's going to knock St. Mary's back.
That's a huge holding call.
Is it difficult for offenses to get in rhythm when they're sitting on the sidelines for 5 to 6 minutes?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But you figured with St. Mary's, with the size that they have up front, you can stay in rhythm for a long time with the big men just leaning on you.
They have not been able to do much tonight running the football against Brother Rice. Gonzalez looking down the seam, got a man caught and a big pop, but hanging on is the Eaglets' top target tonight, Brandon Adams Jr. After he got cracked by Booker Jones, the safety.
First down.
My God, high pointing the ball like that, the high-low, the ability to hold on to the ball and let you know that's a first down.
Had the big touchdown catch last week of 60 yards against Toledo Central Catholic. Gonzalez goes back to the ground, back to the air here. It's Willis, and his curl route's caught. It's good for 10 yards. They'll give him the first down, move the chains. Eaglets going to the air and looking pretty comfy.
Well, Brother Rice is starting to underclassmen at the cornerback position. They played well all season long, but that's really where you want to test them if you're going to test them.
70 seconds left. Hitch route. Willis will catch it and get out of dodge at the mid-stripe.
Gonzalez finds Willis again.
Chad Willis, the second leading receiver on this team, with 22 catches now for 280 yards on the year. It was Miles Henning, the safety, that made the stop, and he's down on the field right now.
Yeah, it looks like he's cramping a little bit.
Yeah.
Coach just taps him on the side and says, come on, get up.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. Eat those bananas before the game.
Potatoes and bananas.
Lots of water. Stay hydrated.
That's right. So, I mean, look, timeout on the field right now. St. Mary's trying to take advantage, but, I mean, there's a pass game at Orchard Lake this year that's a little different than years past. They've got 5, 6 guys they love. Germaine Gonzalez throwing the football. I mean, a wealth of riches in the pass game.
Yeah, and that's something that this program has longed for. They've always had the athletes, but that's not something that they've really done in the past, is spread it around. I mean, we've talked about it before. A guy named Deion Sims ended up being a professional tight end, and you couldn't really find film of him catching a football, though.
Back to pass Gonzalez on 2nd and 5. Over the middle, caught. It's Adams again. Inside the 40, down to the 33. Adams in traffic again with a big catch. Gonzalez found him, and the Eaglets are on the move through the air.
Time for Eaglets on the Brother Rice side of the field.
Yeah, just taking advantage of this pass game and the youth of the Brother Rice backfield.
On the hustle with 50 seconds left. Back to the air. Right side, Barber has some room. Good blocking outside. Barber down the right sideline and out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Gain of 17 on the play. Make it 18. And the Eaglets just taking what their Warriors are giving them.
Yeah, it's almost like the worst nightmare for the Brother Rice Warriors right now. St. Mary's rocking and just getting anything they want. That time they sent everybody deep, spent one wide receiver under the middle, and just let it turn into a big play.
1st and 10 from the 14. 40 seconds left. Going end zone right side. Miscommunication. Jabin was looking for Chad Willis, the power 4 receiver who was matched up well and covered well by Brother Rice's corner. And that's low. 2nd and 10. Plenty of time for St. Mary's, and they get Brother Rice to jump.
And that's going to be an encroachment against the Warriors.
That's Lucas Gruchowski, the outside backer, to jump.
And that's a smart play by St. Mary's. I mean, you got the defense reeling. They're on their heels. They're sped up. So what do? A little hard count and get a free 5 yards near the goal line.
Cuts it right in half like a hot knife through butter, baby. 3 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield for Germaine Gonzalez. Slot left is Adams, along with Barber. He wants right side, and it's dropped. Solid throw by Germaine, who deserved better. But incomplete, intended for Brandon Hardy, the sophomore.
Yeah, nice out route, nice timing, nice everything. Just got to bring it in. And that would have been a 1st and goal for Orchard Lake.
Plenty of time with 37 seconds left. Eaglets look to the sideline. Nick Merlot calling the plays from up here. Sorry, Stick.
Oh, you're fine. If you're Brother Rice and you can get away with holding them to a field goal attempt, you're feeling so good going into halftime.
You bet.
And you're getting the ball coming out.
Willis at the top of your screen. Watch that matchup. Gonzalez going to go to him. Right side, tips it up and can't corral it. No flag. Well defended on the play again. And that's been a fun matchup to watch.
4th down and 5.
With Lowe against Willis. 4th down, Eaglets with a decision to make.
And St. Mary's has tried that play twice on this drive, and honestly, not too much creativity to that. It's just kind of run to the flagpole
on the short side too.
It's very interesting play call to run 2 times.
4th and 5 from the 9. Gonzalez looking end zone, got a man open, caught, touchdown Eaglets! Keith Smith, the second from 9 yards out from Gonzalez, and the Eaglets have a 1-touchdown lead.
Jabin has all the time in the world, able to survey, go through read 1, read 2, read 3, read 4, and finally lands on number 2 in the back of the end zone for an easy touchdown for St. Mary's on 4th down.
Deuce caught it. Keith Smith, the second, appropriately quenches in that black end zone. Extra point by Kiefer Beckert is good. 17-10, St. Mary's by a touchdown, 29 seconds left. We'll pause briefly from Orchard Lake and Molesky Field. You're watching Gridiron Game Day.
covering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
Welcome back. Here's the headmaster of Orchard Lake St. Mary's, Len Karshnia. Coach K down there with Kevin Costco, and Coach Porritt appropriately comes up. Look at that handshake. What are they talking about, Stick? You know those three men well.
Well, they're talking about class of 99.
You remember that, Stick?
Yeah. Now, what a great group of men there. Coach K.
That's my quarterback, Kevin Costco.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Threw a beautiful ball. His son Michael is on the junior varsity team.
K's probably the only reason I actually graduated.
Is that right?
Thank you, K.
Big hole up the middle. Watch out. Could go to the end zone, left sideline. One man to beat Reese Hurst, and they won't get him. Down to the 18-yard line. How about it? An electrifying return.
The Warriors touchdown saving tackle by Reese Hurst on the
And
play.
Reese Hurst hustled all the way back. It's Wall on the return for Brother Rice. And a big sea of red opened up, Stick.
Yeah, you do not want that young man with the ball in his hands at any point on the field. He has a liability to break a big one, and that is a huge play for Brother Rice. If they're able to put any type of points on the board here going on into half, ooh, baby, what a return.
There have not been real big plays in this game, and both teams really wanted to limit big plays.
Brother Rice has had the biggest plays. They've had two of them, a long run and now that.
Right. Timeout on the field, and St. Mary's wants to talk it over.
Is their second and a half.
So Brother Rice, Stick, with a real chance to do something before this half ends. I mean, just to get points on the board would be huge. You look at St. Mary's and Brother Rice and what they've done, and since 2000, the Eaglets, 6 state titles, the most of anybody in the Central Division, and Brother Rice, De La Salle right behind them. And the Eaglets did it last of any of these teams, doing it last year. Catholic Central with some work to do with just 4 titles and last in 2009. But this year might just be their year.
Yeah, it could be for both Catholic Central and St. Mary's as well.
Yep.
Catholic League, something special.
De La Salle will be down in Division III, and I know they haven't had their best year, but they've got perhaps an outside chance. Right now, Brother Rice has got a great chance to get points on the board. They're knocking on the door at the 16 thanks to the Wall return. Sammy's looking end zone, incomplete. Chad Willis with good coverage. They were trying to get to Trussell, the wide receiver who's had a good night.
Yeah, Willis with a great job on that one, running step for step with them, able to turn his hips too and find the quarterback. That's what he wasn't able to do on the pass interference earlier, or the holding earlier.
Yep.
If you're Brother Rice, though, you got to be careful not to turn this ball over, too, by make it a careless throw into the end zone.
2nd and 10. Sam eyed. Pocket breaks down, throwing end zone, incomplete. There is a flag down in that secondary. There was a lot of congestion, and it looks like it's a hold on Orchard Lake St. Mary's in that secondary with 9 ticks to go, Stick.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. At least that's what the official signaled to. So that'll give them a first down about the 12-yard line, but there's still 9 seconds on the clock. This is where it gets interesting, right? And how many timeouts? I don't think Brother Rice has any timeouts left.
I don't think so. That's
so they
Rich
can't
Pop.
run the ball.
Yep, you got to throw it. And if you are St. Mary's, Stick, pass interference, if that's the option, it's not the worst thing.
No, especially at high school. Like I said, in pros, that puts the ball at the 1-yard line.
Right.
But here it's still 2nd and 2 from the 8.
2nd and 2 from the 8 indeed with 9 seconds left. Sam Ide trying to march and tie this thing up before the break. He's looking end zone, looking right side, got Marshall, caught, end zone, touchdown Warriors! Wow, what a pitch and catch. And it's the rookie with a catch on the outside. That's Christian Marshall, the freshman from Sam Ide from 8 yards out. And we're an extra point away from being all tied up in this heated rivalry.
Well, I'm honestly shocked St. Mary's was sending so much pressure on that. You knew with 9 seconds it's got to be a pass into the end zone, so why not throw a couple more defenders back there? And what an absolute dime and a great catch, too, with the defender all over him.
Yeah, I mean, how do you catch that ball?
Concentration and repetition.
He's a freshman. One of their 12 freshmen or sophomore starters. Extra point is up, and it is good. And guess what? We're tied up with 4 seconds left in Week 8 in Orchard Lake. And look, we knew the rivalry was tight, 20 wins to 19 wins, and this one tonight, Brother Rice showing out.
Yeah, well, we can all go back to that kickoff return that set them up on this huge game-tying drive right before halftime. Without that kickoff return, Brother Rice is already sitting in the locker room trying to scheme on the second half.
You bet. It was a 3-play drive, 14 seconds, and Marshall with the touchdown from Ide. And we're tied at 17 with 4 seconds left. Hey, don't go anywhere at halftime. Maggie Mace will be a busy girl. She'll be talking with Amy Wecker of Love, Peace, and Threads. Lauren Wilson of Love, Peace, and Threads. By the way, some killer gear downstairs. I know you're wearing some. Saw some earlier. Great to have Amy and Lauren. You stole some last week. No big deal, along with some other unnamed employees. That's okay. I want people to want it. So Maggie will also speak with both head coaches. And so she will talk with Germaine Gonzalez and Aaron Marshall coming up here at halftime. So don't go anywhere. Highlight stats and much, much more. And oh, by the way, Cass Tech has taken the lead on King, 14-13. Short kick taken by the Eaglets. Fair catch called. And that should be a flag. No flag. Okay. 2 seconds left. Kamari Patterson was the up man, and we'll see what the Eaglets do here.
Kamari Patterson trying to explain to the official. He's like, hey, I was down before I got clocked.
What had happened here was
he dropped the ball. See, he's down right there.
And, I mean, okay. Letting him play a little bit in the Central Division. All right. Fair enough.
Well, with 2 seconds left, what do you think? You think St. Mary's going to take a shot?
I
don't see why not.
I don't know. I know the conservative offensive days, they wouldn't have, but with these kinds of targets, why not try something?
They're splitting wide.
I think you try something. And they will try something. So, given to the right of Gonzalez. They have shut down the run game of St. Mary's and given. Trips to the left and Willis wide right. Final play perhaps of this first half. And the Eaglets will roll with it. And it's caught and thrown from behind, backward lateral, and this half is over without a turnover. So, what a game. The Central Division rivalry in the Catholic League is proven to be exactly that, Stick. Your thoughts in the first half?
Well, if you're Brother Rice, this is exactly what you wanted. You're giving yourself a chance coming out in the second half. You're getting the football. You've shown you can have sustained drives. You haven't beaten yourself. There haven't been a lot of penalties. Honestly, the biggest penalties have come against Orchard Lake St. Mary's with pass interference and those types of things. You had a big special play happen for you. So if you're Brother Rice, you're feeling really good. If you're St. Mary's, you're like, listen, last week we didn't play well in the first half, and we were able to come out and dominate Central Catholic in the second half. So we'll see if they can do it again here today. But, man, Brother Rice, you got to be very proud of the showing that you have coming out here.
No doubt. Don't go anywhere. Maggie Mace is on the field with Germaine Gonzalez, who is talking to an official. Sir, we're trying to do an interview.
Wonder if he's talking about that Kamari Patterson hit.
Yeah, we ain't got time for that. Of course, the heated rivals will walk separately to their locker rooms that are just next to each other, conveniently enough.
It's better than the schools, though, where you got to go, like, sit in the woods for halftime. You know, you had those schools where it's like, all right, our team's going to go to the locker room. You guys go over there in the corner. It's like, what? It's cold out here.
Yeah. All right, we're ready. Let's go down to the field. Maggie's standing by with Germaine Gonzalez.
All right. Coach, you guys played kind of an identical game. It was field goal, touchdown, 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 touchdown. What did you like about how your team controlled the ball, but what do you want to see more of in the second half?
It's a motivated team. Again, it's 4 quarters football. It's a rivalry game. This is what you want. Like, so we're excited. It's fun football for us. So 2 more quarters to go.
What are you going to tell them in the locker room to kind of keep the energy up and take that lead?
4 quarters of football. 1-0, one play at a time.
Perfect. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Germaine Gonzalez always staying steady with the message that he's given to his team. 4 quarters of football. There's actually only 2 quarters left if they're going to beat Brother Rice here on their home field in Orchard Lake. Brother Rice 17, St. Mary's 17. We will be back.
Parents Changing Spaces is a locally owned, free senior living referral and placement service. They help families who have loved ones that can no longer independently care for themselves find a place to live. They work with families across Southeast Michigan to find all types of senior housing, including assisted living, memory care, and residential care homes. In addition, if your loved one is in need of some assistance but not yet ready to make a move, they can provide guidance and resources for in-care home givers, physical and occupational therapy, transportation, and much more. Parents Changing Spaces service is complimentary and of no charge to you. Give them a call today, 844-772-7368, to learn how they can help your family. Love, Peace, and Threads Design Bar, a unique new fashion experience in downtown Milford. Get ready to elevate your style by stepping foot in their design shop. Love, Peace, and Threads Design Bar offers specialized collections of custom apparel. They've got custom denim jackets and sweatshirts to dresses and hats, and they've got a variety of options to choose from. Whether you're looking for a one-of-a-kind piece or you want to set a new fashion trend, their store has got you covered with endless customization options. But that's not all. Their design bar is also the perfect place for a fun and creative night out. And you can do a celebration, book a party, and bring the full experience. Gather your family or friends and design your own custom jacket, complete with patches and your own personal touches, and unleash your imagination and create something truly special with their hands-on design experience. Love, Peace, Threads Design Bar is more than just a store. It's a place where fashion meets creativity and community.
If you are looking for a life-changing workout experience, look no further than Pure Barre Novi. We are proud to help you achieve your fitness goals while joining a vibrant, supportive community that is over 300 women strong. Our classes are designed to strengthen and tone your entire body, and our teachers can help provide modifications for any fitness level. Find out more right now by calling 248-596-0002, visiting our website, following us on social media, or by coming to our studio right on Grand River Avenue in Novi. We can't wait to see you and help you achieve your fitness goals.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Welcome back to Orchard Lake St. Mary's, where the score is tied 17-17. 5 minutes left to go in halftime, and here's how we got there. St. Mary's getting on the board early, going up 3-0. But Brother Rice returning the favor, kicking their own field goal to make it 3-3. St. Mary's on the ensuing kickoff. A nice big return by Reese Hurst, taking the ball all the way up into Brother Rice territory, about the 50-yard line. And then Kamari Patterson on the nice sweep with the truck stick, getting into the end zone, going up 10-3 for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. But Brother Rice, they are here to respond. That is the young man, Alex Wall, taking it on the biggest run of the game, and then able to find the end zone on the quick slant right there. Quarterback for Brother Rice having a nice game. His name is Sam Ide, and he is looking darn good for St. Mary's. Got the ball, about 5 minutes left, took it right down the field, able to put it in the back of the end zone to number 2. That is Keith Smith II. And then Brother Rice, this huge kickoff return, taking it down to, I believe, somewhere near about the 35-yard line, actually about the 20-yard line. And Brother Rice able to find the end zone right before halftime on this corner fade, making it 17-17 going on into half. And that's how we're here. We are tied. And both teams are in the locker room right now, coming out, ready to go. And we will find out who's winning coming up next.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Watch the live broadcast right here on the Prep. Watch and subscribe. Here's the QR code. Follow us all season long. 125 games of high school action right here live and on demand on the Prep.
I am here with the owners of Love, Peace, and Threads in Milford, Michigan. Thank you guys for being here. And can you tell me just a little bit about your business, what you guys do, and how long you've been doing it for?
Yeah, so we started the business in 2020. I started it because I wanted to make extra income for my kids, to put them in private school, because I'm not a teacher, and so that's where it started. And I've known Amy for a really long time, and I wouldn't want anyone else doing it with me. So she's joining me, and we're just so excited to do this together.
We see all of these clothes out here. I'm wearing some of your gear. I love it. You guys have some on too. What exactly is it that you do at your store?
So our passion is customized clothing. So we like to make custom swag that nobody else is wearing. So we try to have designs and have people come in and create their own stuff. So it's really about the customization.
Where can people look to find you guys if they can't make it out to Milford? Do you have a social media? Do you have a website? Where can they get your stuff?
Yes, so we have an Instagram at LovePeaceThreads, and then we also have a website, lovepeacethreads.com. So yeah, either one.
And you guys are one of our great sponsors for this football season for the prep. How have you liked being a sponsor for us so far?
It's honestly been amazing. We're so thankful for the opportunity. We love you guys, and we're happy to be here.
Thank you. And then lastly, we are a sports broadcasting brand. You guys make clothes for a bunch of different sports teams. What season of sports particular do you have a favorite that you create apparel for?
Ooh, that's a hard one. All are great, but fall is fun. I love the fall weather, football, but also baseball because my son plays baseball. But I mean, we love all the sports. We do stuff for lacrosse, even wrestling, basketball, everything. All the things.
Do you have a favorite?
I would say basketball season. My son plays basketball, so I love that. But I honestly love them all. So
I love all of your guys' gear, and thank you so much for being here and taking the time to interview with me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Want to thank our food sponsor tonight, Smokey G's Smokehouse, located at 2670 Atwater Street in Detroit. Get them at 313-693-2533, the best smokehouse in the D.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
Deep is a powerful new movie that'll take you inside the life and the journey of Detroit's own Rob Murphy, from the inner city streets to the top of Division I basketball and beyond. It's a story about perseverance, faith, leadership, and the fight to rise above adversity. You'll see the real highs, the setbacks, and the lessons that shaped him into the man he is today. Deep. It's now streaming, and it's this upcoming Monday on Tubi. Don't miss it. Deep, Rob Murphy's life story. And we appreciate that. Look forward to it. It's on release actually right now on Tubi. And
still a little mad at Rob. That's okay.
Why?
I auditioned for the lead role as him, and I did not get cast.
You're kidding.
Nope.
Did you really?
Yeah. I walked in. I said, I could be Rob Murphy. And they're like, no, you can't.
But they told me I could be anybody.
See? They said, if I believed, I could be anybody. It takes a real man, though, to be Rob Murphy. No, what a great guy. What a great inspiration and a good friend.
He sure is. Good friend of mine and good friend of the program. Meanwhile, there is another game going on. It's the PSL Championship. And that, at last look, was a 1-point game. We'll get a few more updates on it. Meanwhile, Maggie Mace is trying to chase down the Brother Rice head coach, Aaron Marshall, and get his thoughts. Your score right now down in Detroit at halftime is Detroit Cass Tech 14 and King 13.
Was that a missed extra point or 2 field goals to get them to 13? That's the question.
So right now, Stick, talk about this game and that the ability for both teams to sustain the football, not have big mistakes, and really the inability for St. Mary's defensively to stop Brother Rice on offense.
Well, they've been pretty much evenly matched on both sides of the ball, and what has really changed the game is special teams. That long return for Brother Rice right before the end of the half to take them down to the 15-yard line and put points on the board and give them an opportunity now to not only tie the game but to take the lead. It's a whole different ball game when you're getting the ball back coming out.
You bet.
So I think it's just been a fun game both ways. St. Mary's, maybe they kind of took it for granted coming in, but we'll find out.
Let's go down on the field. Maggie Mace is standing by with Brother Rice head coach Aaron Marshall. Maggie?
All right, Coach, real quick, just what were your thoughts on that first half?
I like the way we bounced back after we gave up that touchdown late in the second quarter. Had a great kick return, then had a good pass right there, a good catch for a touchdown, good protection. So we're competing. We got to clear up some things on defense. Other than that, I think we did clean up at halftime, made some adjustments. Again, they'll make some too. So it's going to be an exciting second half.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Maggie. Appreciate that. Aaron Marshall, speaking, look, he feels like his team could hang in this game, and they have, and they can still clean some things up.
Well, if nothing else, it's something that you have on film for your young guys to show, hey, look, this is the best team, arguably, in Division II, the number 3 team in the whole state of Michigan.
Right.
And we've been hanging with them for at least a half. We got them on the ropes. Let's continue to do it.
All right. Eaglets will boot it away to Brother Rice as we start this third quarter in Orchard Lake. High 50 degrees, slight wind, and that kick is going to hit down at the 12. Taken up to the 20-yard line, well covered by the Eaglets. Luke Jackson on coverage along with Keith Smith the second.
Yeah, I thought that maybe could have let that bounce maybe one more time and see if it goes out of bounds, get the ball at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it was the 10th grader, Brock Zender, on the return.
Return sets up Brother Rice exactly at the
Wonder if any relation up in Frankenmuth.
How could you not think that? You and I, telepathy.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking about chicken and buttered noodles. And
I've had some good fried chicken lately. Twins to the right, one to the left. Zender's is a little different. I think it's a little overrated, if I'm as daring to say.
Well, there goes that sponsorship.
Handoff Hill up the middle, and there's not much there, but Hill's had his moments in this game stick, including that biggest burst of the night for 45 yards.
Yeah, and he was also the guy that returned the kickoff, too. So he's got those rushing yards, and he's got the special team yards. He's just a big back downhill, and on that big run, St. Mary's had it contained to the outside. He was able to cut back up through the middle to get that big run.
Great vision. All part of this young movement. Big, fast, and strong young kids. Coach Marshall calls them the young boys. Out route caught. That's Wall. He's one of the older boys. And he's got it up to the 27-yard line. Gain of 5. It is short of the first down.
Picks up a few yards.
And it'll be 4th down and perhaps punting time for the first time tonight.
Cade Blakenberg on that tackle, a huge tackle in space, because that looked like it was going to be an easy first down for Brother Rice.
Excuse me, 3rd down now. My bad.
Sam Ide throws a nice football. That was a tight
really does.
Spiral to the outside on time.
Started the year on the bench. It was the freshman Drake Martin. And there's some confusion up front, and that is a false start, and that will negate the 5 yards and get them right back to where they were before.
And that is what Aaron Marshall is talking about, that they did not want to do, and they did not do that in the first half, really. I think they maybe had 2 penalties in the first half. See, just checking the guard, trying to communicate with the center.
Passing game for Rice. It's been a nice creative plan by Rich Pop, and knowing that this defensive line for St. Mary's can bring some heat. He's had some nice 3-step drop route stick that they've worked well with. Hill motions out, empty set. Sam over the middle, got a man. No, there was contact from Hurst. The Grand Valley State Laker commit. Much ado about nothing, and punting time for the first time tonight for either club.
Yeah, there was a little bit of contact with Hurst, but I'm glad they didn't call that. I mean, it was just you're allowed to touch the opponent. It's when you turn them or impede them is when it should get called. So good defense by Hurst, and a great job by Orchard Lake St. Mary's, honestly, getting their first stop of the game.
Yeah, that's right. First team to stop the other team.
And there you're going to see Hurst over the middle,
Trying to find Miles Hemming. Or Lucas Wells, rather. My bad. So this is the dangerous Hurst, or make it Barber back at 41. It's a good kick, end over end. It's going to hang and bounce and check up at about the 48-yard line. Call it the 47-yard line of St. Mary's. They'll have good field position stick after the first defensive stop of the night for either club.
Of the game, the first punt we've seen of the game. And that's huge for St. Mary's because they kind of gave up home court advantage the way this game was going. St. Mary's was scoring first, and then Brother Rice was responding. The game was about to turn in Brother Rice scoring first and St. Mary's having to respond. So a big stop for them coming out here in the second half.
Want to thank everybody watching on the YouTube right now, including our own Austin Sonnenberg, who loves the prep, even though he ran away from us and went to Ireland for 10 days. That's given the running back.
You're paying Austin way too much.
Oh, I don't know about that, but he's a value member. We missed him this week, 3 games. There's a fine play defensively. Pierce Habayeb says, So behind the sticks are the Eaglets. After Habayeb makes the play. No, hope Austin's having a great time in Ireland. Hope to see him next week. Trips to the left, and we thank him for watching into the wee hour. Throw right side, comeback route, Willis caught. He needed 12. There's a flag down.
Gonzalez finds Willis for a completed pass, but there is a flag on the play.
And this one's coming back, holding on the Eaglets, who are moving behind the sticks on this drive regularly.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this is going to be a holding call deep in the pocket, too. So they're going to march it back from, about the 36-yard line. So they're going to be at the 26. This is going to be a third and 22?
Yep.
3rd and 22.
Shout out as well to Brandon Stacy, Lions Collectibles, Raquel Jones, Yolanda Holiday Matthews, and Yolanda Holiday. She's got a couple accounts, I think.
Got to have a burner.
Why not? Who doesn't? Throw left side, caught. Keith Smith 2 to the 41. He gets 6. It'll set up 3rd and forever. They've got to get to Kigo, to Pat's crib to get a first.
Well, both teams shooting themselves in the foot on the first drive of the game, and you're looking at similar results, too. It's interesting. It went from an offensive battle to a defensive battle.
Gonzalez over 1,300 yards coming in, 16 touchdowns combined from the rush and the pass. Pressure from the backside, going to run it right side, take it himself. He got about 6. He got back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down and punting time for the Eaglets, and both defenses hold on the first possession.
And then flip the coin again. Just how was a big stop for St. Mary's to give themselves the opportunity to hold serve. Now Brother Rice back on top. This has just been a fun, almost wrestling match between these two teams.
Oh, the way it was meant to be and the way it stacked up throughout the history of this series that began in 1987. And the good old Pontiac Silverdome.
Like playing on concrete.
Oh, man, but it felt so good to get those rug burns. This is Jackson who does it all. He punts here. It takes an Eaglet hop down to the 15. Return left side to the 25-yard line. Return of 9 yards.
Put by Luke Jackson. Field by Alex Wall.
Wall on the return for Rice. The Eaglets played the field possession game. And now the Warriors have to go 75 yards.
Warriors will take over first.
That's almost like we just reset, ran about 6 minutes off the clock, and we're coming out here in the second half and doing it all over again. But Brother Rice, they've had success running the football. You would expect them to continue that.
It's been Hill on the ground. He had 147 last week against De La Salle, and their 5-point win in Southfield. Also the home of Southfield A&T, where Aaron Marshall coached a couple years back. It's Hill left side. Watch out. Has the 30, has the first down and more. Across the 35. A first down for the big back, trying that left side and that lean forward.
And what I like about what Brother Rice is doing with this running game, they're running with 4 wide receivers on the field. They're spreading St. Mary's defense out, not letting them plug the middle, making sure everybody's as spaced out as possible, and then hitting them.
And there's just enough with that Brother Rice offense that gives you a deep threat scare with Trussell and Marshall and Wall and all the rest of the folks that have done some great things throughout the year with a deep ball. There's a shot behind the line of scrimmage. It was 2nd and 1. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Or no, he gave him the first down, moved the chains.
Yeah, the second effort. I mean, you're right. He was stopped dead to rights, but then you just see him come through, put the extra foot in the ground, and power through 3 guys from St. Mary's to pick up the first down.
Again, the Eaglets are without Kyrie Williams. Hannah replacing him. Williams they expect back in the playoffs. They're also without Pruitt, the safety, the UMass commit.
And DJ Taylor.
And DJ Taylor tonight. But that's no excuse that the Eaglets will give. There's a throw deep down the field. Got a man caught at the 20-yard line on a dime. Great coverage again. It was Patterson against Trussell, and the sophomore Trussell makes the play.
Yeah, another great deep ball by Sam Ide here. Little wiggle on that one, but it still gets there on time. Kamari Patterson, I thought, had a good beat on the ball. He got his head around in time, but the perfect placement of that pass beat the defense.
Ide with a big night, showing off that arm and the touch, the accuracy. And Trussell, the sophomore, getting behind the Eaglet defense. 1st and 10 from the 16. It's been Brother Rice with the big plays. Pressure, gets it off, caught left side, and it's Trussell again, who scampers up for about 8 yards, and Brother Rice has this Eaglet defense on their heels right now.
Well, Sam Ide is hanging in there. He's taking hits. He's delivering the ball on time. He's giving you everything you need out of that quarterback position. And then you turn around and Alex Wall is running right at you too. So, yeah, the little left-right combo.
All the weapons tonight coming out.
At what point do you think St. Mary's starts blitzing?
Yeah, I mean, there was pressure there. But, the routes are 2-3 drops that are so quick that, pressure can't get to you that quick. It's Wall again. He's going to try the right side. Eaglets on pursuit. And did he get the 1 yard he needed? I don't think so.
Handoff goes to Alex Wall.
It's going to be 3rd and a half yard. Wall got a half. Needed a full yard.
Yeah, he's been having a lot of success running north and south, getting him going east and west against the St. Mary's defense. They were able to find him, pursue, and make the tackle. Big 3rd and 1 right here.
Caden Blankenberg on the stop.
I'm going all out. I'm sending everybody.
You got Big Hill in that backfield. Right behind the quarterback, and he gets the call and he gets the first down. Forward lean gets him to the 5. And he gets 3. 1st and goal. Brother Rice looking to take the lead.
It is enough for Brother Rice.
For the first time in this game.
Yeah, and this is the first time that they've had the opportunity. Well, the last, I guess, the first time they had the opportunity to take the lead. But there you see St. Mary's. They did bring some pressure, just not able to stop the big back from falling forward.
Hill behind Ide. And the second Brother Rice drive of this second half. Motion Wall, throwing left, got a man, caught, touchdown, Brother Rice. Into the end zone, Alex Wall. His second touchdown of the night. And this time it's from 5 yards out.
Well, they put him in motion, and the St. Mary's defender just could not reach him in time. Great play call from Brother Rice. Another great throw by Sam Ide, right on the money. Touchdown. Easy work for Brother Rice here in Orchard Lake.
3 touchdown passes tonight for Sam Ide, who has been stealing the show so far in Orchard Lake.
Yeah, and he's done it in every capacity. A slant route, an out route, and then a back corner fade.
Extra points good, and Brother Rice has their first lead of the night.
Is good.
24-17 on Molesky Field on the red turf in Week 8. Brother Rice trying to get into the playoffs. This would lock it up. Well, Germaine Gonzalez, the bench boss, in his 4th season after he took over for his mentor, George Porritt, his predecessor, and state title for Germaine, who was the class of 2000 at Orchard Lake. State titles in both football, basketball, All-American honors, went to the University of Michigan, played a little basketball to go with football, and moved into the coaching and the teaching world, and worked his way up. One of the good stories, spent 15 years as the junior varsity coach at St. Mary's, waited his turn, and got his team back to the top last year in a state title, 2024 in Division II. And he says he is a master of the grill. We're going to find out about that soon enough, but right now he's got other things to worry about, Stick. 7-play drive, and it's a 6-yard touchdown pass, 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Ide to Wall. Ide's 3rd touchdown pass of the night. It's Wall's 2nd touchdown reception of the night. This is Reese Hurst making folks miss up to the 34-yard line before he's tackled by Frank Gallo, the senior.
Well, this is a big drive for St. Mary's. They haven't had much pressure on them in the game since they've been kind of the lead dog. But now you're behind by a full touchdown. You weren't able to do anything on your first drive of the second half. You better come out here and put some points on the board, as you see Reese Hurst making some moves.
29-yard return for the future Laker of Grand Valley. Gonzalez going to run it. Design run play, and he slipped and fell. It'll be a gain of 0.
Gonzalez on the quarterback keeper.
Yeah, good job by Brady Thomas, number 10, coming up and forcing Gonzalez to turn back in. And they've tried a couple design runs with Jabin today, and none of them have worked. Brother Rice has been stout up front, and that is supposed to be St. Mary's strength.
What about running the football with Given? We've only seen him about 4 times tonight. You surprised they haven't gone to him? A guy who averages 7 yards a run. Go to the air here, caught, out of bounds. It's Willis. It's an 11-yard curl and or out route.
I mean,
first down.
If we're going to be honest, St. Mary's maybe just abandoned the run game. You've had so much success rolling out with Jabin, finding over the little routes like that, picking up easy first downs when you have the rhythm going.
Yep. Tight left side, Jabin's going to take off, design run again, and the same result. Not much. In fact, it's a loss. The Warriors are all over that one. It's a loss of 3 on the play, and sniffed out by Dario Morelli, the defensive tackle, one of the best for the boys in orange.
6'4", 285, and pretty nimble to be able to track down Jabin Gonzalez. But this is what happened on this last drive. Put yourself behind the sticks, then a holding penalty, and almost can't get out from behind the 8 ball.
2nd and 13. Gonzalez rolling right, looking deep, wants Chad Willis. Incomplete. It was well covered and overthrown. Low and solid coverage with Willis, the power 4 offered receiver for Orchard Lake.
St. Mary's really only sent 2 wide receivers out on a route there. Everybody else stayed back and blocked. Jabin tries for the deep ball, but Willis wasn't even looking.
Little wind behind the Eaglets on this drive. On a beautiful night for football. I mean, we keep saying it. I know it's overkill, but every week has been. Now watch, next week we're going to get hit with a tornado and a blizzard. But
we deserve it. That's fine.
We would deserve it.
This has been the best season of all time.
3 wide to the right for the Eaglets and a 3rd and 13. Brother Rice back in coverage. Jabin looking downfield, nobody open, and he is not going to get it. In fact, he gets to the 48. It's punting time for the Eaglets.
Keeps himself.
And Brother Rice defensively has stood up to the test this potent Eaglet offense.
And that was almost identical to their last drive. You know, the behind the sticks on second down, don't pick up much. And then on third down, Jabin is scrambling and just cannot get enough yards to pick up the first down. I did like, though, how they spread out 4 wide and were actually running 4 guys on a pattern. It's just Jabin didn't see him, pulled it down, tried to get it, and not enough. Maybe a fake punt here. You're in that territory.
Jackson is a former quarterback, and he is going to boot it. He thought about it.
Yeah, he could have ran that, honestly.
Yep, it's going to go down. Kamari Patterson is going to stop it at the 1-yard line. How about it? A wise decision there.
At the 1-yard line.
And a 52-yard punt, make it a 51-yard punt for Luke Jackson.
A nice punt and a nice down play.
And how about Kamari Patterson making this play?
Great heads-up play by Kamari Patterson. I thought from our angle he touched the goal line. See right there? It looks like he did, but the official's right there. He would have called it a touchback immediately.
Yep. In pro, that would have been a touchback. Hard to keep up with all the different rules. They all have different ones. College, they also would have had it down at the 1. But right now it's the Eaglets defense and that defensive line that has a chance to showcase their skills.
Well, they've only gotten 1 stop today, so it's a big opportunity.
Under center. And the quarterback sneaked to get him out of the shadows for a couple yards. Big Sam Ide. He's not a small potato. I mean, this guy's got some size behind him. And he's shown the ability to run. That's Bob saying they can run. He just hasn't, Stick.
Yeah, I think St. Mary's was expecting them to pass or do something different on that play because at the very last second they dropped the defensive lineman out and the quarterback was just able to pick up 3 yards, no problem.
Height is 6'4", 210.
It was the prototype. That's what you want out of your quarterback, right?
Yep. 2 to the right, 1 to the left on a critical 2nd and 7. Hill to his left. Counter, Hill, and he is taken down after a gain of maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd and 6.
That misdirection play was huge for them in the first half. Picked up a big 3rd down, but that time St. Mary's was able to plug the hole. Who's at 35 getting low for Orchard Lake?
Ryan Fresquez, yep. Middle linebacker. He's low already, and it helps to have that leverage. 3rd and 6, critical play with under 3 to go in the 3rd. Brother Rice by a touchdown on the road, looking for the upset. Out route caught, and that's a 1st down and more up to the 13-yard line. Move the chains, good pitch and catch. It was Maximus Giglio, the freshman, the rookie at 6'3", 200, who had a catch last week against Catholic Central with a fine grab here. Move the sticks.
Yeah, and that's just too easy against the St. Mary's defense. They did bring a blitz that time. You saw number 8 crashing down, but they just could not get to the quarterback.
Injured player on the field will step aside with 2:43 to go. You're watching Gridiron Game Day on the Prep. Back with more after this. Follow the Prep on social media all season long. We're on 5 social medias, including this YouTube channel. If you would, please subscribe to this broadcast. 125 high school games a year, the most in the state of Michigan. We're proud to bring it to you. Also, if you'd like to be a sponsor on the broadcast, contact us at info@theprepsports.com. Chad and Stick back with you. And we've got an injured Warrior on the field, but looks like it's a cramp. Hate playing doctor, but I also like reporting good news. So it's
the
tough
best injury you can report.
Yeah. But look, the story of the night is this Brother Rice team coming into Orchard Lake, needed to win to get in the playoffs. Orchard Lake coming off a big win. The letdown was perhaps the storyline. I asked Germaine Gonzalez in the pregame, are you concerned about a letdown? He said no, 1-0 mentality. Has this been a letdown tonight, Stick, or has it just been Brother Rice playing that much better?
I think if you ask St. Mary's, they would say it's a letdown. I think if you ask Brother Rice, they would say we're just playing so much better. So it depends on which sideline you're going to right now. St. Mary's obviously had the higher expectation coming into this game.
Yeah.
And you're right. They came off a big win last week. Maybe they took a few things for granted rolling on into this week. But as they should know, throughout the 40-year history of this, there should be no team taken for granted when Brother Rice plays Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Can't get a good look at the number. There you go, number 3.
That's a big one. That's Tyler Trussell.
Yeah, he's been their big play wide receiver.
So 1st and 10. Trussell now out of the game, hopefully just short term. Ide will throw left side. It's caught. Across the 20 up to the 25-yard line, and a late flag, and it's going to be a St. Mary's late hit, I believe.
Frustration starting to set in for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. I mean, look at the blocking by the wide receivers on the outside. They're 7 to 8 yards down the field, getting the blocks, pancaking people, and then you get the late hit out of bounds.
And it's going to be a personal foul against the Eaglets.
Zender on the catch and run, and it's going to move things up to the 34 after the penalty. So, Brother Rice feeling some momentum after starting in the shadows of their own end zone, feeling confident they can move the football against the St. Mary's defense. It came in as touted as one of the top defenses. But Ide has attacked him. Over the middle, got a man caught. Watch out, could go. He will go. 61 yards, touchdown, Brother Rice. Brock Zender, the sophomore, on a square-in route on a huge chunk play.
Yeah, no Trussell, no problem. I mean, what an absolute bullet over the middle, in the middle of a zone defense, over the linebacker, in front of the safety, on time. I mean, everything you say about that throw is perfect.
On the field to attempt
Look at that, between 4 defenders, in stride, and he's able to dip through for the touchdown.
How about it? Extra point attempt coming up, and how about the upset juices of flowing here in Orchard Lake? It's a quiet home crowd. And some movement up front, and we'll have to do this again with Caden Koza. Who's been perfect tonight and has also added a field goal.
Yeah, I don't think that 5 yards is really going to matter to Mr. Koza. He's got a boot on him.
He's cozy.
Through a 20-yard penalty, and he'd still be good with that young man.
Yeah, man.
I mean, the St. Mary's student section has all but left.
Well,
the Brother Rice student section seems to be getting bigger.
How about that?
I think they're calling their friends like, hey, you better get to Orchard Lake. Something special is brewing.
Meanwhile, in Detroit, we've got an update. Detroit King 19, Cass Tech 14. The extra point is no good. So,
because extra point sails wide left.
That could be something. Put a mark next to it. We're coming back to Orchard Lake, but Brother Rice all the rage tonight in the northern burbs of Metro Detroit. The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here. Aaron Marshall, in his second season, rebuilding this Brother Rice program that he took over. And he started at Detroit Northwestern, but he went to Southfield A&T and got a state title. First time ever at Southfield A&T. He went to Mount Carmel High School and Brother Rice. Went to Youngstown State and played a little bit of professional arena football. Reese Hurst on the return. Reese Hurst across the 40 and to about the 45. Death, taxes, and Reese Hurst with a chunk return. Pretty much guaranteed.
He just takes good angles on those kickoffs. You really have a good kickoff structure at Orchard Lake, honestly. You get the athletes rolling out in front of him, laying out big blocks, and he does the rest. But there you get a look at Aaron Marshall. He's got to be feeling good tonight.
Absolutely. His brother Brian Marshall, one of the best running backs in Brother Rice history. Played at Northwestern. He's also one of the coaches on the staff. Brother Otis is also one of the coaches, wide receiver coach. Motion right to left, handoff up the middle, and this is given, and given is not given in. But he's not going anywhere. Gain of nil. Brother Rice has been up to snuff for the run game tonight.
I mean, you can just see the energy difference on the field right now. Brother Rice celebrating every tackle, every catch, every play, and St. Mary's just trying to get a yard.
Bell with a stop. That touchdown drive for Brother Rice was 5 plays, a minute 51, 61-yard touchdown pass to Zender from I. That's his 4th touchdown pass of the night.
And they've all been different. That's what I love about them.
Yeah, they have. And they've all been impressive. Back to pass Gonzalez, throwing right side to Willis, caught. Look, the Eaglets offensively have been pretty good in this game, despite, not having the offensive run game going stick. But what is it that's been missing? What element is it that they've missed offensively so far?
I'll agree with you in the first half. They've been pretty good. Second half, they've come out and gone 0-2 on their drives. They haven't been able to get anything going. Penalties, negative plays. Brother Rice has come out here and pushed that line of scrimmage backwards.
3rd and mid for the Eaglets. A stop here would force a tough Germaine Gonzalez decision and Nick Merlo. Long count, long look to the sidelines. Jabin has time in the pocket, now breaks down, now takes it himself, turns it up and gets the first down to the 45. He's got an extra gear about him that you just can't teach. What a play by Gonzalez, getting it all on his own stick.
And how big is that first down for St. Mary's? Now you get in your hurry-up offense, you're able to run a few things, and that was just sheer will. That had nothing to do with anything drawn up. That was Jabin Gonzalez being Jabin Gonzalez.
1,327 total yards coming into tonight. That's Keith Smith the second, and he's going to get just about a yard. 16 touchdowns combined, rushing and passing. He's a 71% passer, 11 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. It's been a great year for number 1. But he's up against it now, down by 2 scores at home. Play action, throw right side, it's Adams. BJ bursts through and has a first down, a late flag. And this might be coming back. Barber on the perimeter stick looks guilty.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I saw the Brother Rice player throw his hands in the air like I didn't do anything either. And usually when you see that, it means I did do something.
Yeah,
so I'm not sure what they're going to call, but it looks like the officials are pointing at Orchard Lake. Yep. You got to hold right at the 40.
Going to be a holding against the Eaglets.
St. Mary's fallen victim once again to penalties here in the second half.
Knocking back to midfield.
And here you go, behind the sticks again on second down. You're going to get a look at the penalty right in the middle of your screen at the 40-yard line. Just rips him down to the ground, and yep, every time.
Yep. Barber didn't really need to. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Gonzalez with Adams in the backfield blocking. Out route. Caught at the 40. That's Keith Smith 2. And he's out of bounds at the 37. Jabin Gonzalez showing off that arm strength. And this is a chunk play that nearly gets him the first down.
Throwing from the right hash all the way over to the sideline. This ball seemed like it was in the air for 5 seconds, but gets him right there, 3rd and 1. Got a good opportunity to pick up a first down.
Empty set here, Stick.
Wouldn't be surprised if you get a quarterback draw. Nope.
Going to be an out route. It's caught on his feet. That's Brandon Hardy. You recall the Hardy boys from North Farmington. This is his family as well. He's up to the 26. Move the chains. That's a first down.
St. Mary's trying to get one more play in before the end of the quarter.
Jabin going for it all, thrown for the end zone, incomplete. Dangerous pass into double coverage, and that takes us to the end of the third quarter. We'll step aside. Maggie Mace comes back with a report on the other side of this timeout. Thanks for watching. We're the Prep.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Chad and Sam Stick Day with you. Let's go to the fourth quarter, but first let's go down to the field to Maggie Mace. Maggie.
Thanks, guys. We wanted to highlight Orchard Lake St. Mary's Ryan Harrington. He is a senior defensive end on this team. He really earned his success, the coaches say. He is a Wake Forest commit going to play for them in the fall of next year. He was expected to be just a backup defensive end last year and then earned his way to starter midseason last year and then starter again this year. He leads the team with 8 sacks. And he also plays hockey, so he's a dual sport athlete. He has 2 state championships with this team, 1 hockey, 1 football. Sports runs in the family. His brother played for the Canadian Football League as well, and he is just an overall great kid. They said they need him to win this game. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Maggie. Appreciate that very much. No doubt. Ryan Harrington, what a great story, Stick. A guy that comes here and wasn't even on the starting lineup last year, earns his way to be a player and then earns the starting job and gets the offer from Wake Forest, and the offers have flooded in. He's headed to Demon Deaconville.
Yeah, and that's one of the great things about coming to a program like a St. Mary's or a Brother Rice. You're going to get that exposure. So you put on a couple of good games, you're out there nationally. St. Mary's kind of put themselves in a bit of a bind here. 2 shots at the end zone on first and second down, forcing a 3rd and long. That would indicate this 4-down territory.
Well, you asked them to abandon the run game, and they have done so. Motion right to left. Jabin rolling, got a man caught at the 20, out of bounds at the 18-yard line. It'll be 4th down.
Gonzalez rolls to his right, finds Caden Blankenberg.
It's Blankenberg, who had a touchdown catch in the state title game a year ago. But it's 4th and mid, Stick, and
4th and short.
Brother Rice happy to give this up.
Yeah, it's what their defense was designed. Look at all the Brother Rice defensive backs behind them. They're making sure they're tackling anything in front of them. It looks like we got another timeout here. He's getting up, though. He's fine.
Again, we do have a winning 50-50 ticket. If you have
shakes it off. Number 10, that is Brady Thomas.
There's Kelly Garbig, a longtime Eaglet trainer. Does a great job. Mother's usually watching back home in that state just to our south called Ohio. Eaglets took on a team from Ohio last week, Toledo Central Catholic, knocking them off.
We're going to need some more of that comeback magic here tonight.
Brother Rice competed with that Toledo Central Catholic team, losing 24-17 3 weeks ago. So, 4th and 2, Eaglets going for it. Empty set. The Brother Rice defense looking for some juice, jumping up and down. And Jaden Gonzalez saying, look.
He wants to hike the ball, but the official is not letting him. Now we're going to get a timeout.
Timeout on the field, taken by the Warriors. That is their first of the half.
Critical play. Both coaches want to take a look. We'll step aside this time with 11:48 to go from Orchard Lake. Glad you're with us on Gridiron Game Day. We're the Prep. Parents Changing Spaces is a locally owned, free senior living referral and placement service. They help families who have loved ones that can no longer independently care for themselves find a place to live. They work with families across Southeast Michigan to find all types of senior housing, including assisted living, memory care, and residential care homes. In addition, if your loved one is in need of some assistance but not yet ready to make a move, they can provide guidance and resources for in-care home givers, physical and occupational therapy, transportation, and much more. Parents Changing Spaces service is complimentary and of no charge. Fourth down pass caught. Whew. First down. How about it? In traffic. And the catch made by Brandon Hardy is fourth of the night. The 10th graders come up big, coming out of nowhere.
I mean, that was a bullet from about 10 feet away. He was able to snag it and pick up the first down. Huge fourth down conversion. We were talking during the break. St. Mary's had to convert there, but here you go. A fastball, reading the blitz and safety, too, and getting it to the outside. And look, the Brother Rice safety is mad he didn't pick that one off.
Gonzalez throws right side as Barber. Has the 10, has the 5. Is he in? Touchdown, Eaglets! Lorenzo Barber, the second in the end zone.
Runs on and breaks the play for an Eaglet touchdown.
Barber's 8th touchdown of the year to lead the Eaglets. And they've cut the lead in half.
Yeah, St. Mary's gets to the edge and gets some nice blocking on the outside.
Brandon Hardy.
Yeah, I believe that was Brandon Hardy. Some 10-on-10 action there, and he got the better of it.
You're right.
Springing the block into the end zone for the touchdown.
So the big fourth down conversion, clutch, and then the touchdown throw.
And these extra points are big now, too.
That's right. Beckett Kiefer's extra point this time is good. So with 11-12 to go in this game, the Eaglets have drawn within 6 at 30-24. Stick, that's the offensive drive answer that Nick Burlow and this offense was looking for.
Yeah, and it was almost not the drive they were looking for. That big fourth down conversion, huge play for St. Mary's, springing that, able to get into the end zone. And oh, man, they got a chance now, but it's got to be a defensive stop.
The thing is there's so much time left in this game. There's 11 minutes and 12 seconds in this game. It feels like it's late in the fourth. It's really a full fourth quarter left. But it is, look, if you're Brother Rice, though, this offensive possession, you're going to get St. Mary's best defensive effort. You know the message right now from that defense and Bobby Klaus and Jeff Phillips is, look, let's get our stuff straight here and be assignment sound.
Well, I mean, Brother Rice, they've had so many sustained drives, 11 plays. That last one, 12 plays. So if they get another one of those and take this down to about 3 minutes and put a field goal on the board, they're going to be real good.
That was a 12-play Orchard Lake St. Mary's drive, 3 minutes, 39 seconds, and a 15-yard touchdown catch and pass from Jabin Gonzalez to Lorenzo Barber II. He leads this team with 8 touchdowns on the year, but another double-digit drive that ends with a score in this game. To continue the theme, Kiefer. Brother Rice had a 2-touchdown lead. It's been cut to 6. A lot of chicken left on the bone in Orchard Lake in the Central Division rivalry. 40th of all time.
First and 10 from their own 20.
It's going to be interesting to see what St. Mary's draws up. You know, they started to bring the blitz a little bit on that last drive. They got burnt a couple times on it. So do you shy away from it or you keep applying the pressure?
There's Rich Pop, who was with Aaron Marshall when they went all the way just a few years ago. They got the blueprint for the Marshall plant. They also had Isaiah Marshall. Inside handoff Hill, and he'll find a few up that right side. Behind that Brother Rice offensive line. It's a solid offensive line.
Hill picks up only a couple of yards before
Morelli, Sandoval, Beasley, Davis, and Fuller.
You see Lucas Wells limping off the field a little bit.
2nd and 7.
Brother Rice already down one of their wide receivers, so they're starting to run thin at that position.
They've really done a nice job of spreading the wealth, too. I mean, Rice has hit, I think, 6 or 7 different receivers. I mean, to be fair, Orchard Lake has done that as well, but I feel like Rice has done it with bigger gashes. This is Hill, who's gashed the Eaglets a couple times, but not here, not now. He gets just a yard. and he's bottled up.
And I think that's more of a credit to Hyde and how he's been reading the defense and reading everybody. He's had an incredible game throwing the ball. This time, St. Mary's getting tested up the gut and able to hold, so a huge 3rd and 5. This is where St. Mary's, if you could bring pressure, get a tackle for loss, and guarantee a punt.
Tackle by Kamari Patterson, the leading tackle for the Eaglets and the Western Michigan commit. 3rd and 5, here we go.
There's Patterson on the blitz.
Blitz from Patterson, throw out, route, caught, first down and more. It's Wall. After Reese Hurst couldn't make the play, Wall does move those chains.
And that's it. St. Mary's has had those opportunities all game long, and it just seems like the first man there cannot bring him down. That would have forced the 4th down with Hurst coming up, but a big broken tackle and a big first down.
We've seen Brother Rice run through some tackles tonight, and it hasn't been an Eaglet defense that we've seen loose with the lid. 1st and 10 from the 36. Sam Hyde has been the story. 4 touchdown passes tonight for the Lansing Catholic Central transfer. Throw right side and hit instantly. Tackled for a loss. All the way back to the 30-yard line. That's Brendan Bohennick. Bohennick with a tackle. Brent Bohennick. This is a big-time play. Bohennick came in, questionable stick. That play was not questionable.
No, what's the term? Shot out of a cannon. That's exactly what he was. He read the plate beautifully, saw his wide receiver starting to flare, and just broke on the football.
So, Marshall wide left, Trussell wide right, Hyde in a 2nd and forever. They got to get to 15 in Long Lake. There's a tackle for just a yard, and Brother Rice's momentum has been lost for the moment.
I do not like that play call. I mean, you have your quarterback that's been just absolutely eating up St. Mary's defense all game long. It's 2nd and 15, and you get a couple yards just handing it off up the middle. Fresquez making sure that play did not go for much.
No, sir. 3rd and long, something Rice has not been in much tonight.
Yep.
Trips to the left. Watch Trussell at the bottom of your screen. He's matched up against Willis. Marshall at the top of your screen.
It's like 7-5.
They're looking for the right side matchup, and it's tipped at the line. Incomplete. Ryan Harrington, I think, got a paw on it. The Eaglets get a stop.
Hyde's pass is tipped at the line by the Eaglet defensive front. Ball's incomplete. It will be 4th and long.
Don't forget to look at who tipped it. Number 23 for St. Mary's.
Gage Nesson was in on it, and there might have been another hand right there. Yep, that man Gibson. Gibson and Nesson. Let's give him a half tip. Yeah, half tip.
Yep.
All right, 7:39 to go. Punt is a good one. It's a high hanger and banger, and it's going to hit at midfield. And
did that hit a St. Mary's player?
I thought that it did not.
Brother Rice is pointing like he did, but the official's pointing the other way.
Future salesman right there.
Hey, it's worth a try, right?
The resumes.
The worst they can say is no, Chad.
That's right. Brother Rice has produced a lot of good sales.
7:30 remaining.
All right.
By 6.
Eaglets get it back, down by 6, 7:30 to go.
Now we'll get another look at this. I thought it almost hit Hardy, number 10.
It did, and if you're looking, I mean, you almost want Cam Glasker to get out of there. He started getting nosy.
Well, I don't think he knew if it got hit or not, too, so he may have tried to fight for it.
Fair enough.
But either way, St. Mary's keeps it.
It's been a night of the pass attack for both teams. Gonzalez going to run it here. Takes it himself and not much, maybe 4 or 5. They have had a shadow on him most of the night, and they've had him under wraps.
Yeah, that play, I mean, I think we've seen it 5 or 6 times, and that's probably the most successful it's been, honestly.
Yep. He's a talented runner. The times when he's the best are when he is running and it's not a play call, right?
The improvisation, right? Like, you know, you call the play, let him go through his progressions. If it's not there, then use the legs.
Had a 38-yard touchdown run last week on an Achilles that was still a little tender. Out route Barber, caught, makes a man miss, comes inside, gets past the 40, still on his feet to the 34-yard line. Oh, so Barber trimming up something special here. That was a fresh fade.
Yeah, this little stop and start action right there. See ya, let you run right by me, and I'm going to go get about an extra 15 to 16 more yards.
Eaglets on the move, looking to tie or take the lead. It's Gonzalez this time, watch out. Design run works. He goes to the 20 and dives to the 19. It's a gain of 14 on the play, and the Eaglets starting to him with different angles.
20-yard line.
Javen getting up, looking at Willis like, hey, man, you got to hold that block. I was coming right behind you. But there you go. They've been running it all game, and it finally broke for them on that play. And I was talking about body language and energy earlier. The Brother Rice sideline, it is completely switched now. St. Mary's sideline is engaged, and they are ready.
Where's that student section?
They go.
Gonzalez again. He'll take it, and he'll get about 10. He's about a yard shy of the first down. Called a gain of 9. He gets to the 11.
Guys upfield for a nice first down gain.
And
there's a 2nd and 1.
I mean, it's starting to work now.
Well, you're getting the big dogs out in front of them. Look at big number 55.
That's John Kolarczyk.
Big number 54. Big number 59 just putting people on the ground. Here you go again.
That's King Kolarczyk to you, sir.
Oh, yeah, he was the king last week, wasn't
Yes, Big John, the king.
There you go. They run it one more time and pick up the first down.
On 2nd and short, it's an easy first down game.
First down.
Kolarczyk, part of that big movement up front.
Javen looking over to the sideline like, come on, coach.
Yep.
I'm tired.
Greg Smith Jr., another guy that Germaine Gonzalez gave a lot of credit to. The center leader. He was named honorary captain. A guy that's really emerged and embraced his leadership role. That's the center, 57, Greg Smith. Throw right side, caught. It's Barber at the 5. Barber at the goal line. Is he in? No, he's not. He's down at the goal line.
In the flat. He's going to be tackled at exactly the 1-yard line.
So they'll call him down, and here comes the jumbo package.
Yeah, you've seen that little swing pass now 4 or 5 times in this game, and
Second down and goal.
Man, definitely down
the
before
end
that
zone.
ball came out, but I don't know if he was in the end zone or not. Probably a good call by the official because the knee looked down a little prior to him getting there. So here you go, a big 2nd down play, 4:50 to go here in the 4th quarter. St. Mary's with a chance to tie on this play.
Yes, sir.
And here you go, that T offense.
Double T. Gonzalez trying to push his way in, and I don't think he got in. He did not. It's a stout Rice front that shuts it down.
The tush push without the push.
Yeah, that's right.
So
just the tush.
From the 1.
Big boys up front.
Timeout taken by the Warriors.
Elam and Habayeb and Morelli and Bell.
Their 2nd of the half.
And Lewis. Timeout on the field, but look, the Eaglets got 2 cracks from the half-yard line.
Yep. Well, I thought they were going to do that Kamari Patterson around the edge, with 2 lead blockers going to the outside. But here, just a big wall, and nobody gets behind Javen Gonzalez to help him out.
I think they should have done that again. It's what, 3 for 3? That Kamari Patterson double tight wing T handoff.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Coach Port is here. You want to run the wing T? He's down there standing on his name, which is one of the bigger flexes you can have in high school football. What's going on in that huddle. There you see big number 55 and the size of that Orchard Lake line.
3rd and goal from the half-yard line. Gonzalez in the gun. Motion Barber. He'll take it up and he'll take it in. Lorenzo Barber's 2nd touchdown of the night has tied this game at 30.
He breaks the plane for Eaglet touchdown and ties the game.
And I'm sure Brother Rice's defense was thinking what I was thinking. Oh boy, here comes another quarterback draw, but this time handed off to Barber. He puts his left foot in the ground, makes a 90-degree turn, and goes straight into the end zone. Look at him just finding the hole, running behind big number 78. That is Mr. Ellis to you.
That's right. Not Edwards. Extra point up and good. Eaglets take the lead 31-30 on a 14-0 run in this fourth quarter.
And that missed extra point is looming huge right now in this football game. But St. Mary's still has some work to do because we know Brother Rice, all they got to do is get into field goal range, which is probably about the 30-yard line.
Yeah.
And they got a shot to win this game.
That's right. Follow the Prep on social media all season long. We're on 5 social medias, including this YouTube channel. If you would, please subscribe to this broadcast. 125 high school games a year, the most in the state of Michigan. We're proud to bring it to you. Also, if you'd like to be a sponsor on the broadcast, contact us at info@theprepsports.com. Robert Sherby is your executive producer tonight. Appreciate Sherbs in the house. Little orange sherbet tonight. If you're a Brother Rice fan.
Voice of an angel.
That's right. And the hair of Favio. There's a shot. Ball loose on the deck. I think that ball is loose. Player picked that thing up at the 20. Brother Rice gets it back, but it's hard to see. It was on the far sideline, but near disaster for the Warriors on the kick return.
Yeah, the ball just kind of deadened, and that's what's weird, and then it starts rolling back, so he picks it up, not facing the defense, and luckily able to hold on to the football.
Looks like your 56-degree wedge.
Yeah, put a little backspin on it.
Just jump out the backyard every morning and think, oh, I'm on a golf course. I can play golf.
I just hit from my deck.
That's awesome. We got to get out there. All right, 1-point lead for Orchard Lake St. Mary's with 4:23 to go, but the story has been this Brother Rice resilience and offense dominance. Hill gets the carry right side, and he's got maybe a yard. Cam Glasker comes up from his corner spot to make the play.
You don't want to start worrying about the clock too much, but even little things like that, getting tackled in bounds for no gain, those 40 seconds that are going to run off the clock are very valuable right now. Well, there's a timeout for an injured player, so that does stop the clock.
That touchdown was a 7-play drive, 3 minutes, 5 seconds. It was a 1-yard run by Barber, his second of the game and his 9th of the year to lead the Eaglets.
You know, it's interesting when you think about like the G of the game that's coming up. Obviously, if Brother Rice wins, it's the quarterback, right? Yeah. For St. Mary's, it's not so obvious, is it?
It's not obvious at all, but we're going to put it in the hands of Maggie Mace. She will tell us who that G will be, and she got the G of the game hat freshly off the presses.
There you go, 4:04 on the clock.
Eyed in the gun in a 2nd and 8 with 4:04 to go. Trying to lead his team on a game-winning drive. Trying to lead his team to wins in back-to-back weeks in the Central Division. Not easy to do for the most veteran of teams. Pressure from Harrington, gets it off, it's caught, it's Wall. It's a pass up to the 20-yard line.
Nice pass is complete to Ellis Wall.
By Fresquez.
Stuck out quickly by Trajan Gibson.
And Gibson.
Yeah, now that wasn't a sack, but that pressure caused the quick throw, it caused the short pass, and it caused the short gain because he had to get rid of that football.
Yep. Gibson all the way from that defensive tackle spot to make the play. 3rd down and 8. It could be 4-down territory time, but who knows? This play's critical still. Trips to the left. Watch Marshall the bottom of your screen. Watch Trussell at the top of your screen, who left this game for a moment. Pressure from behind. Ide gets out of it. More pressure, and he won't get out of that one. It's a low throw that the Warriors can't complete to Trussell. 4th down and decision-making time here.
Yeah, St. Mary's really hasn't gotten to Hyde tonight. It was about as close as they've come. But getting him off his spot, putting him in motion, you've seen that he hasn't been able to be as accurate as him just sitting in that pocket throwing dimes.
Yep. So, Brother Rice with a decision on 4th and 8 from their own 20. And they're going for it.
Yeah, you have to. The way St. Mary's offense has been clicking since they started turning it on.
Here we go. Hyde has time. Good protection. Over the middle. Got a man caught. Trussell. Patterson decked him, but a completion all the way to the 46. What a pitch and catch from Hyde to Marshall on a 4th and forever. Wow.
And you know, St. Mary's only rushing 3, letting Hyde sit back there, evaluate the field, take his time. He finds his wide receiver, puts it high enough, right in the middle of that zone. Just another beautiful throw.
Man, the clutch plays in this game. That's a freshman in Marshall. Eaglets show blitz. They bring it. Hyde in trouble. Throws it, gets it away, incomplete. Patterson on the coverage, and then a late flag on a late hit for St. Mary's. They're going to get number 17, Josh Gonzalez, I believe, with a late hit here.
It's either that or a hold.
Well, that's true.
It's one or the other.
Yep. I guess it came in the territory of I saw. Yeah, you're right. It is a hold.
Holding against Brother Rice.
Yeah, because I was with you. I thought it was going to be a late hit, too, until I started watching the Brother Rice players. They seemed pretty upset. So
yeah, they did.
That is a huge holding call.
Warrior 37.
So 1st and 20 from the 37. Brother Rice on the move. Down by a point, and that missed extra point looming large. Screen set up nicely. Hill has it outside of the 45 and tackled at the 49. Short of the 1st down, but a good gain on 1st.
Completed to DeAndre Hill.
Stopped at the 50. It's a gain of 13 on the play.
Yeah, but a really great play call using St. Mary's. Really aggressiveness against them, dumping off a short screen pass right in front of them and gaining 13 yards when you needed it the most.
Yes, sir. Clock moving, 2 minutes left. Brother Rice stayed alive on a 4th and 9, and now it's Sam Hyde in trouble, and down he goes. Ryan Fresquez with a tackle for loss. And the senior middle linebacker
by his teammates.
With a big TFL.
Yeah, St. Mary's runs a stunt up top if you see it right there. Fresquez coming in underneath Ryan Harrington, able to wrap around untouched to get the sack.
.90 seconds left, 3rd down and 6 from the 49. 4-down territory, of course, and pressure, and down goes Hyde! Into a bear hug of black jerseys, led by Trey John Gibson and Ryan Harrington.
Yeah, I think St. Mary's learned their lesson, only rushing 3 on that big 4th down. This time they bring 5, and it's just a meeting at the quarterback. St. Mary's forcing the timeout by Brother Rice. The biggest play of the game coming up next.
Brother Rice calls their 3rd and final timeout of the game.
It's Brother Rice's final timeout. What are you drawing up? 4th and 12 against Orchard Lake St. Mary's here. You know St. Mary's is bringing the blitz. One thing that worked for you so far on this drive, you got a nice little 13-yard gain, a screen pass. You can execute that, maybe pick up the 1st down, but you hate throwing the ball behind the chains. Aaron Marshall looking at his team.
There you see the guy, Ryan Harrington, getting that calf massage. And the future Demon Deacon's been big on this last series stick, putting pressure, Ian Gibson in that defense. It's taken a while, this game. But these are the spots that T-line's been waiting for.
Well, they've been sending 5 now. You know, all game long it's been 4, right?
Yeah.
And then on the big 4th down play, they got burnt sending 3. Now they're like, you know what? Forget about it. If you can throw it in the pressure, go ahead. But 4th and 12. What are you calling, Chad?
4th and 12. The square-in route has been their friend.
Yeah.
Square-in route to Marshall. Square-in route to Trussell. Square-in route to Zender. Middle of the field. I think that's where they're going. Eyed from the middle of the field. Hill behind him. 4th and 12. Pressure, out route, caught. First down and more. It's Marshall who goes down the left sideline. He could go. Touchdown, Brother Rice. Marshall from 52 yards out of nowhere. Got the first down and then burned the defender to the end zone. How about it? 2 4th down conversions. Huge for Brother Rice. And this could be the game winner. Wow.
I mean, Willis was given so much cushion. 4th and 12. He was playing about 20 yards off. And there you see a nice little breakout and then just a bad angle. Now, the only thing I'll knock Marshall on here is he should have pulled a T. Higgins like from this weekend. Maybe slid down about the 5-yard line, run out the clock, because you're going to give St. Mary's 109 with the ball back.
Right. That's it.
So that's the only knock on that. But here you go. They're going for 2.
Going for 2. Eyed with his 5th touchdown pass of the night. The junior quarterback at 6'4", 210. Will try to go for 2 here to make this a clean 7-point lead. And there's confusion, and there's a flag, and there's a timeout. No flag, no timeout. It's illegal substitution on St. Mary's. Thought it was too much time.
Well, I'll move it about 1.5 yards close. Man, what a huge play for Brother Rice. 4th and 12, Chad. They throw the sideline curl route, and it turns into a touchdown.
Beat 2 Eaglet defenders. That's a 9th grader. That's Christian Marshall, the nephew of head coach Aaron Marshall and the brother of Isaiah Marshall, who's down at Kansas and was the player of the year in the state of Michigan when Aaron Marshall's Southfield A&T club went and won the Division I title 3 years ago.
Yeah, I'm not sure why the defensive backs were playing so far off, especially when you're bringing the blitz. You know the ball is going to come out in a pretty quick.
I formation, eyed, hands off to Hill. Hill is going to be stuffed. So it's a 5-point game with 109 to go. And, I mean, look, St. Mary's has the football with 69 seconds left with a chance to win this football game.
Yeah, and if you're Orchard Lake St. Mary's, the one, I guess, position group you'd want to have the ball in your hand with the game on the line is your offense.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't think this is the position they wanted to be in, but my goodness.
Nope.
Mr. Marshall for Brother Rice. Look at St. Mary's players looking at each other like, what just happened? 4th and 12?
Wow.
At home? But their student section, they stayed, and they got a show, Chad.
They've stayed, and some of the Eaglets student sections come back, but it's been the Rice Rowdies across the way fired up after their freshmen took it the distance on 4th down. Their second 4th down conversion. That was a 4th and 12. They converted a 4th and 9.
Yeah.
So stand out, Brother Rice. A lot to be proud of tonight. The Eaglets up against it, trying to fight off an upset at home in Week 8.
Look at the student section going crazy behind Coach Marshall.
The number 1 team in the state of Michigan on the ropes right now in suburban Detroit.
Now, not to be that guy, is this a good loss going into the playoffs for Orchard Lake St. Mary's? Is this a wake-up call type loss if they lose this game?
I think if you're Orchard Lake, you got to look at it that way for sure. Others may look at it other ways, but look, this game's not over yet. But yeah, I think that could be. Reese Hurst has been a problem, and if he will not get a chance, Barber will grab it. That's a big play for Brother Rice to hit that in the end zone stick.
Yeah, because St. Mary's has been killing them on that return game all day long. You know, and if St. Mary's gets the ball at the 40, that's a lot different than starting the ball at the 20.
Needing a touchdown.
So here comes this Eaglet offense led by Germaine Gonzalez, who thought he led his team perhaps on a game-winning drive. But that was before Brother Rice cashed in on 2 fourth-down conversions and have the game-winning drive. 9 plays, and it was a 2-minute, 41-second drive, and it's Christian Marshall with a touchdown, his second of the game. And for Marshall, it was a 52-yard touchdown reception from Ide, his 5th touchdown pass of the night. Here we go. Cass Tech leads Detroit King 35-19 with not a whole lot of time left down there. This is the game of the night right here. Thanks for watching. We're the Prep. Gonzalez will send trips to the left. Barber in the backfield with him. Has time. Pocket breaks down, and now the time is out, and the sack is down.
Gonzalez keeps it himself.
And a timeout for St. Mary's with 58 seconds left. And Gonzalez slow to get up off that turf, and he's still down.
Ooh, that was an awkward tackle. Those legs got caught underneath the defender, and you could see that right knee get rolled up on, and immediately he starts grabbing it.
Case Campbell is the backup quarterback for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. All Campbell did in his only appearance of the year was lead the Eaglets to a school record 6 touchdown passes in his only appearance in a start over Country Day. Now this isn't Country Day, but this is a capable backup in Campbell. Campbell started the year on the Brother Rice roster and went to Orchard Lake sometime late in the summer.
There's a twist.
So there are some twists here and some storylines. Campbell's getting loose on the Orchard Lake sideline now with Gonzalez down. And look, I mean, this is the focus shifts to Gonzalez, his health. Missed a lot of time last year, Stick. Despite the state title run and down here, he missed the week that Campbell, and it's good to see him get up here, but certainly a concern.
Yeah, it's a tough tackle. The way he was rolled up on and immediately grabbed that knee, you can tell he's definitely not wanting to be taken out of this game. We talked to Germaine about that during the week, just how tough he was playing last week, a little bit hobbled, and he said, listen, it's going to take a lot more than that to get Javen out of a game.
So here's Case Campbell, 10 of 14 on the year. He's been the JV quarterback, 5-quarter guy, but has that one start against Country Day. And the Eaglets win on the road at 49-0. But this is a different animal. He was 10 of 14 in that game, 195 yards, 6 touchdowns, a school record. We'll see what he's got here with 57 seconds left in a tough spot for a freshman. Out route, and that is incomplete.
Pass falls incomplete.
Was looking for Barber. It'll set up 3rd and 9. He had Chad Willis perhaps going deep, Stick.
That's exactly what I was just going to say. He went short when he could have gone long. Chad Willis was about to blow by number 25 for Brother Rice. But, your first play in the game, nerves are heavy. Sure. You want to complete your first pass. But he had an opportunity to come in, throw one throw, and be a hero.
His father, Mark, is a former NFL player and former Catholic leaguer at Bishop Foley. He's also an Orchard Lake assistant and the tight ends coach. Back to pass, Campbell looking left, rolling left, going to run, and he's going to get stopped. Eaglets got to call timeout. That's their final timeout, and they're going to face a 4th down and 6 for the ball game.
Yeah, and that's just inexperience right there. You got to throw this ball away if there's nothing there. You got to save the time right now. Running straight into a defender in the middle of the field. Now you got to burn that timeout, so even if you complete this next pass, it's going to be a chore.
Yeah. So it comes down to this, and Brother Rice has cashed in on 2 fourth-down plays tonight to put themselves in position to win this game. St. Mary's has to run a 4th down and 8 in their own end, and this is win or go home here.
Yeah, well, give credit to Brother Rice. I mean, the 2 times they've had their backs up against the wall right before the end of the first half, big play, touchdown. And right before the end of the game, big play, touchdown. And that is going to be the difference in the game.
42 seconds left. Eaglets in a 4th and 8 from their own 22, trailing 36-31. The number 1 ranked team in Division II, the reigning state champion in Division II, on the ropes. And Brother Rice looking to pull the upset and get in the playoffs here and now. Campbell pressured, in trouble, has to throw it up, and he won't get it off. And Brother Rice gets the loose football, picks it up, and scores a touchdown on a scoop and score. And this ball game is over for Molesky Field. Brother Rice has upset Orchard Lake St. Mary's and Molesky Field, and they dot the I with a scoop and score here.
Scoop and score, Brother Rice puts it in the end zone.
Student section having a good time. You see the scramble, trying to make a play, but you got to get rid of the football at some point, and then it falls to the ground, and there's the big fella. What is his number? Who was that, 65 I thought that was?
I don't know, but the Brother Rice student section.
Oh, they stayed. They saw a good one, and they got rewarded. St. Mary's student section, you left. You cursed your team.
All rage tonight for the Brother Rice student section.
Filing back into the stands after they tried to charge the field.
These intense rivals and Brother Rice in prime position to tie this all-time series in the 40th meeting all-time. Extra point up and good. Timeout on the field, 34 seconds left. Brother Rice, 43, St. Mary's 31. The upset in the making happening before our eyes.
And I mean, how many big plays did Brother Rice make in this game? How many times did they respond to being knocked down on the mat? This was a championship level football game for Brother Rice, and it locked them into the playoffs. And I'm telling you, the way this team is growing, the way this team has been growing more confident with each other, Aaron Marshall, he got himself a run coming up in the playoffs.
No doubt. And this will get them in. I think it was Dario Morelli, the defensive tackle, that scored on that Brother Rice.
It was either 55. Yeah, there is no 65, so it's got to be 55.
He was mobbed. He'd be the guy to get in, too. What a year it's been for Morelli.
Look at the student section just sprinting. I think they're all going to their cars. You see them in the background there at the top of your screen.
Oh, man, on a run, on a race.
I think they're probably just running the parking lot to let the St. Mary's fans know about it. Like, hey, before you leave, we came into your barn.
Off to Maple and Lasser. And that kick is off to Commerce Road. It's a banger. So, the Eaglets will come back out with Campbell and company, but this one's all over but the shouting. Maggie Mace will have our G of the game after this one's all said and done.
It made that one pretty easy.
Yeah, I think that one is pretty easy.
There he is, big number 55, still getting love from everybody out there. You love to see the big fellas score.
Aaron Marshall raved about him. And look, this is a young movement type team, but tonight, if you're Brother Rice, you got to feel good about the seniors that have endured some of the bad times in this program. Look, this is a team that went winless in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
No wins in that final year before Aaron Marshall came in. Those guys were a part of that team. They're having to celebrate moments like this tonight, which kind of makes that senior year a little sweeter. Campbell will throw it low. It's incomplete.
Pass ball is incomplete. You get 2nd and 10.
And the St. Mary's fans here, it has gotten real quiet.
Yes, it has.
I feel like we're calling a golf event now.
Cass Tech has knocked off King 35-19. They get the sweep, and they win the PSL Blue title.
The Marvin Rushing interview, I'm sure, will be electric.
Yes. Campbell to Willis, and Willis to the 28. He's been quiet tonight.
I was just going to say that. We really haven't called his name at all this evening.
Or given.
Timeout on the
That
field.
Brother Rice
taken by the
defense
Eaglets.
deserves credit for shutting down that run game, bending but not breaking with a pass game. I mean, they've had a real nice plan tonight and executed well.
Well, they came out in the second half and got those 2 big stops on the 2 first drives for Orchard Lake St. Mary's, and that's what put Brother Rice in the driver's seat, honestly. And then from then on, St. Mary's was chasing. They were able to catch up, but then that one big play by young Mr. Marshall, number 12, breaking a tackle on the sideline and taking it to the house. Just let him hang around.
One of the young boys, as Aaron Marshall likes to call his young guys, and says, we're coming along. But tonight, that moment where they might have just made it into the playoffs and maybe made that extra stride in their season. 3rd and 2, Case Campbell in the gun, the freshman to the out route. That's Brandon Hardy. You'll hear that connection again sometime. It's the sophomore who gets out of bounds.
Hardy picks up
Move the chains. But it's all academic now. Don't leave us after this one's done. Maggie Mace will talk to Sam Ide, our G of the game. The cat's out of the bag. Sorry.
Oh.
I mean,
When you throw 7 touchdowns, 900 yards, perfect dimes all over the field, that's pretty obvious.
Yes. Not official stats, but pretty close.
Yeah, I've been keeping track.
9,000, I love it. Campbell being pressured, and he is going to throw this away. And with 7 seconds left, he'll get one more kick of the can tonight.
Gets it away under pressure.
I mean, why not let Chad Willis throw it? He had a cannon last week.
It's part of our Love, Peace, and Threads play of the week. Or excuse me, that was our Pure Bar play of the week. Could have very well been the Love, Peace, and Threads pass of the week.
Shout out to all our lovely sponsors that keep the prep rolling.
That's right. Campbell with trips. Out route Chad Willis, and he's out of bounds. The brother of Chauncey Willis,
forced out of bounds.
former Mr. PSL, former Western Michigan Bronco, and current Minnesota Golden Gopher.
Brother Rice backing everybody up as far as they can right now.
Yep. We'll see Mr. Campbell's right arm here. Bright future for the young man, put in a tough spot tonight. And dropped. Fittingly enough, on this fall night, it's all about the upset. Brother Rice goes on the road and gets a much-needed win in Orchard Lake against their rival to even up the all-time series at 20 wins aside and get themselves in position for a playoff run down the stretch. Back-to-back wins. They knock off De La Salle last week, and now they beat Orchard Lake. Has to feel really good for Aaron Marshall.
Well, their offense is clicking. I mean, 41 points to put up on an Orchard Lake St. Mary's defense in their house is pretty special.
No doubt. We'll have the post-game show for you, highlights, stats, and much, much more. Maggie Mace with Sam Ide. Don't go anywhere. But this one is over. The Eaglets lose tonight at home and go down thanks to the Brother Rice Road Revenge attack.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
Want to thank our food sponsor tonight, Smokey G's Smokehouse, located at 2670 Atwater Street in Detroit. Get them at 313-693-2533, the best smokehouse in the D. All right, time for our G of the game. Maggie Mace is standing by. Our G Brand USA G of the game is Sam Ide. Maggie, tell us what he's won.
Right, I am here with Sam Ide, our G of the game. You had not 1 or 2, but 5 passing touchdowns tonight. What was working so well for you?
Our play calls are great. My line, great protection all game long. We also established a pretty solid run game, which allowed us to pass the ball.
Oh, sorry. Talk about your connection with your receivers and your tight ends as well.
Me and my receivers hang out all the time, talk all day in school, and we just got the job done tonight. And practice was a great week, so yeah.
And lastly, how does it feel to be taking that War Eagle trophy back to Brother Rice with you guys?
It feels amazing. It means so much, and it just feels good to do that for the school.
Congratulations on a great game. Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks a lot, Maggie. Appreciate it. Yeah, congrats to Sam Ide and this Brother Rice team. There you see the final gash, the wound, the game winner, Christian Marshall. And that was a big play. Marshall did do a lot of that on his own, but I did a lot on his own tonight too, including some dots for touchdown passes.
I mean, we were up here all night long looking at each other like, my goodness, what a throw. My goodness, what a throw. Especially that 165-yard touchdown that he threw over the middle between 4 defenders. Kept the wide receiver in stride, so he was able to beat the safety crashing on him. Just perfect timing, perfect execution, and a perfect night for Brother Rice altogether. And it started early with responding to the field goals that St. Mary's put up early and then just keeping pace with them throughout that entire first half. You knew the second half was going to be trouble.
What a ball game tonight. Brother Rice goes on the road and knocks off St. Mary's in a Central Division rivalry. And shout out to Rich Pop as well, Aaron Marshall, the coaching staff, for the fine effort and the win on the road. Always thanks to Orchard Lake St. Mary's as well for being good hosts. We appreciate Germaine Gonzalez, the athletic director and the head coach, and all the great folks who have made it possible for us to broadcast this game, including Love, Peace, and Threads, your sponsor tonight. I want to thank Robert Sherby, your executive producer, Evan Westfall on replay, all the hardworking crew, Sam Fisher on graphics and audio. Fish! Good to see all the great folks here. David Fantow off sabbatical on camera, CJ Easterling, and the hardworking folks. My name is Chad Bush for my partner Sam Stick Day, Pat Bush on statistics, and Maggie Mace on the sidelines. Time to say goodnight from Orchard Lake, where once again your final score, Brother Rice wins it by a dozen on an upset of the road to get themselves into the playoffs. Thanks for watching. We're the Prep. My name is Chad Bush. So long, everybody.